that recording had nothing to do with holding anything or trying to somehow, for whatever reason, not bring up anything. It was specifically at that time because I was also really busy. If Lio Man wants to make the excuse of, well, I'm a busy man, well, also I am too. I figured that once this Zerkalo thing became a problem, that he would be able to talk about it and be able to even show that recording, which he never did publicly. Hence the reason why I thought a lot of the reactions was very interesting when that was posted by Vlad specifically. So no, I did not withheld any information. I gave Lio the benefit of the doubt to deal with this himself because unfortunately it was tied to Yodi. And since he told me not to, I thought, okay, I'm not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole until maybe Lio handles this because he's the one that has to deal with this the most given how close he was with Yodi at the time. I didn't even know anything about the May part of that this was like recorded that far back until after the fact, actually.
Dude, I barely fucking knew where to find the recording.
I do want to add on to that if you don't mind.
Nah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I just find it weird that I did solve the DMs between Leo and Kaz, and Leo's trying to act like he's some sort of secret businessman with this whole skit. Like, yeah, it is pretty fucking funny now. Go on, Kaz. I'm sorry, it's just fucking weird.
If I may,
actually,
out really quick. I love how when Kaz came in to interject, you said, I guess. I'm glad to see that Kaz needs your permission to speak in his server, you stupid fucking Mick Potato.
Oi,
I'm
the
sorry.
fuck down.
Let's be nice.
No. Hold on.
What the fuck is going on?
FoxMafia, so I guess FoxMafia is not familiar with how people from other countries speak. When we say I guess, it's more of a, you don't need my permission, obviously. Like, take the floor, man. Like, that's what it means here. I don't know why you took it as me saying the cast needs my permission, and frankly, I find that a bit fucking retarded.
He said, I'm gonna speak, and then you said, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Everyone, just chill, please. For fuck's sake.
Dude, I'm honestly chill.
All right.
I just don't know where this came out of.
It's okay, people. Everybody calm down.
So, what do you have to say to Cass about that?
I thought Cass wanted to say something more. Like, I've been sitting quietly. I'm trying to let these people get everything out before I speak. Trying to be polite.
That's fine.
Well, another point, because honestly, at the end of the day, I don't care if people come at me for all this other shit, because it doesn't matter to me. I've pretty much accepted from day one that no matter what I do, I'll be demonized for the work I do, because unlike some people, I actually do some very deep dives into weirdos. And funny enough, Lio has been trying to get my trust for months, despite claiming that, oh, you had this person in your mod team for a while, which is very suspect that how little that matters until recently. So let me put this in perspective for you on this whole thing. My issue wasn't even about the Vlad stuff, because I will take the L on that for the most part. When Vlad was a mod, it was because we needed mods. And I didn't have the time or ability to vet every single person. Do I know Vlad for years? Yeah. Have I ever seen him pull half the shit he's been doing recently in time? No. Throughout those years. It was just fucking weird. Was I laughing at one thing? Yeah, I laughed at the fact that he called his folder triggered faggots.
That's kind of funny, to be fair.
And
the contents.
But I did give him shit for whatever he was trying to do, because when I popped in to figure out, okay, who's posting what now, when I was told about it, what happened was that all that shit was the mods were deleting the shit because it was against the rules or whatever, and I didn't see anything myself, and I thought I could trust the mods to handle it at the time. And when all this stuff started happening, there was a reason why I banned him. It had nothing to do with the stuff at the time, because, and I've said again, another point from recent videos that got ignored. I had a sort of like IRL moment happen out of nowhere that wasn't planned at all.
Mm-hmm.
I get to watch something important in my life just fucking die in front of me.
Sorry for your loss.
Sure.
Like, no, I genuinely mean that. Like,
Genuinely.
sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah, and I got dragged into this shit. I did gay baby jail Vlad and a bunch of other people who were spurging out and causing problems, so I can figure out exactly what's going on. Because the only thing I did was I watched the video as it was premiered for a bit, and then I kind of just had to deal with stuff in the background, so I wasn't really there for most of it. Only for one of my mods to like break the rules by not talking to me, giving Vlad his roles back. More spurgatory happened, and people blamed me for it, and I got so angry and annoyed about everything that I just banned the dude. And did I unban him? Yeah, because after I put some drinks about it in my system, I said, you know what, maybe I should have handled that a little better. Maybe I'll unban him, let him come back for a moment, get him to explain what the fuck was happening with that one, and then maybe ban him again if it turns out he's just not gonna fucking listen to me about this shit. Because before we get into this moral faggotry thing about unbanning people, there's been plenty of times where I know people in Senate would unban plenty of degenerates just to drag them back into the server and mock them. What I was doing was no different. I've done this many years before. There's been quite a few degenerates that either my mod or I unbanned specifically to drag them back in after I heard some recent news to ask them questions. My literal show is an interviewing platform. The whole gimmick is that I'm sitting there asking questions. Do I appear cordial in some cases to try to get information? Yes, I do. It's no different than Senate. In fact, if me talking to Sappho was such a problem for 6 minutes, explain to me why everyone was friendly to Blake for almost an hour or two. If that was really the case.
Also,
just saying.
Also, Crescendra Mel, don't forget about that too.
Oh, yeah, I do. Fuck, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Fucking geckos.
Anyway. Either way. So I'm only pointing this out because a lot of it was hypocritical, but there was the main thing I didn't really get into just yet that really annoyed me. It had nothing to do with me. It had to do with one of my mods who's not a zoophile. None of my mods are a zoophile. The only person that you could argue might be questionable with that behavior might be Vlad a little bit. And even I had problems believing it because he's always been blood sports people. And he will do anything to fuck with you. And that was what I was trying to tell people, to not touch that with a 10-foot pole. The problem with this stuff was Lio, from what I was told by specific people. And I would like a recording to prove this wrong. But I know Takashi very well. Mm-hmm. And I know him enough that he's not lying. That apparently he was dragged into a VC in Lagos server with about 100 people. And that apparently he was being smeared both by the video and by Lio as somehow being implicated in a crime that was committed against him.
What?
In the video...
Okay. So... Cass, I'm gonna have to interject here. Like, I do want to let you speak your piece, but it's gonna be hard to challenge, not even challenge, but just reply to everything when you're giving me a lot to reply to. It's gonna be hard to keep track of it. I'm gonna be transparent. I do have minor memory issues, but yeah, I was there.
Loom.
Yeah.
This is sort of what Senate's been doing, except Twitter and other places.
Okay, but I wanted to.
We just, for the most part, over here, we just chill. I respond to everything, but I respond. I don't really make too many statements outwardly. A lot. Like, I called Lioman a furry, and then he called me a Shota lover.
Oh, I call Lio a furry all the time.
Yeah, but he decided to think that I was into Shota.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna agree with that. Like, not with you saying. I'm not gonna agree with you.
Currently, he's deciding to assert that I'm a zoophile.
All right, we'll tackle that in just a minute because there's a huge lapse in things about this. Yes, I'm fully aware I'm dumping a bunch of stuff on you. To be fair, a lot of stuff has been dumped on me without any consideration about asking all this information, where I stand on this, yada, yada, yada. So as far as I'm concerned, it's tit for tat. The issue I have was the fact that Takashi was a victim of something, and he was being smeared as somehow being complicit and being the perpetrator in that situation when he was not. And I think that's really wrong. Now, so let me explain about what the FoxMafia is and the people involved in it. They're not zoophiles. Have we had incidences where people try to get in who are freaks? Oh, absolutely. That's what happens when you talk about freaks online. They will try to get into your stuff. Which is why I'm not really I sort of understand where Queen Seraphina was coming from with some of her critiques, but her problem was you can't sit there and complain about Danderwolf while also having minors in a server while your name's attached to pedo-busting content, period. Sorry, doesn't work like that.
Correcto.
You intentionally got yourself involved with this with your names. You can't afford to complain about having kids in a server when you specifically make it to have kids in that server. And then a bunch of people come in and say some really stupid shit. Not defending anyone, not Vlad for that either. I didn't even know Queen Seraphina had minors in her server. Like, at all.
In there. I'm not even in there, man. Like, don't fucking include me in Sarah's shit. I'm not in there.
I'm just talking to you about it because are you a mod in their server?
I'm a mod in Senate, yes. Seraphina server, I'm not even in there, so don't bring anything related to that to me. I'm not involved in that at all.
Well, since you are a mod, it should concern you about some of these things due to having to correct the record. But I'm not trying to attack you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just pointing out a few inconsistencies. And my issue with this specifically was that in this community, the FoxMafia, there's a lot of people, and I do talk to a lot of people in here. None of these people are zoophiles. None of these people are pedophiles. None of these people are complicit in anything. A lot of them are victims. I've talked to them every single day about their shit. I know a lot about these people. Hell, I've been through some shit myself. You don't see me talking about it every single day. The point is, it's incredibly disingenuous with these videos because what they're doing is spreading a false narrative about how I'm complicit in things. And the most they got in me is I associated with one person who was kind of a piece of shit, who does really stupid shit for attention, who goes out of his way not to listen to something when he became a mod. Yeah, sure, okay, I'll take the L for that. Better luck next time. Vet mod's better. Perfectly fine, cool. But I don't like being chastised for that when people were incredibly slow with dealing with Vita, of all people, and Coyote. And then the Zerkalo stuff, because everybody was. It was part of the reason I got mad and said the shit I did in the Coyote Lovely stream.
Vita, Zerkalo, Coyote.
Yeah.
So, could I say the thing I wanted to say because I got
go ahead. Apology.
It's in regards to case getting because I was actually there.
Okay.
So Lio, I don't know if you've seen a recording of it. I don't have a recording on me. I can ask if there is one.
Okay.
But that would have to come later. I was there. Keisuke was not like upon entering that call in Lago server, he was not mocked for what happened. He was not lambasted for it. He was asked to come in. He wasn't hounded to come in or dragged in. He was asked. And Lio actually apologized to him. Like he took the L in it and said that he will be fixing his mistake.
I have a question. There's a slight
Sure.
I don't know if this is an inconsistency or not, or, it could be anything. But from the statements that I have heard, Lio effectively mocked him for being raped.
No. I can tell you straight up, no. Having heard it, he did not mock. I honestly, I don't know who's telling you this. Because keep in mind,
that is what we all heard.
Let her speak. Let him speak.
Yeah, thanks. Again, I'm not coming into this like, defend the line. No, because, fuck's sake, I'm not. I'm here as my own fucking person. And as my own person, I've been there. And the people who told you this, I hate to break it to you, but I think they've got to stick up their ass against Lio or some shit, because that is not what happened.
Oh, it's not that. Who do you think told me?
I don't know, and quite frankly, I don't think it's relevant who told you. I just know that I've been there, and that's not what happened.
All right, well, I know who told me, and it was someone involved in that, and I'm going to have to trust them for now until I see more. But needless to say, yeah, I wasn't happy about that, and I'm not going to be until I'm proven correct or not, or incorrect on it. my issue with it was even in the video, it was trying to spin a narrative on Takashi that just wasn't accurate about what really happened with him, which was also
and hold on to also note something about alleging him about interests of ABDL.
So, small thing. 2 things, actually. 1, the video came out, Lyle was not aware of the fact that, what's his name? K? I think K? I don't know the full name.
Say Taka.
Keisuke Takahashi.
I'm just gonna go Keisuke, I think. That's the pronunciation you said? Yeah.
Keisuke.
Keisuke? Is that it?
Yeah.
I'm Polish, alright? I'm not Japanese. This was before Lyle, like, the video itself came out before Lyle was made aware of the fact of what happened to Keisuke.
Okay.
And when he found out, he apologized to Keisuke. It happened in front of everyone in that call in Lago's server. And Lyle has stated that he will be issuing a correction on that, right? That he will do something to make it right because he feels like he's done wrong, and I agree with him. He has done wrong.
No. I think that would
Vash,
be
please let me finish.
I think you're right about
Vash,
that.
Vash, no, because having been around Lyle, I think I can read the old man by now. Now, I do have a small question, Cass. Have you spoken to Keisuke about this?
Yes.
Since the call in Lagavert server?
Yes.
Okay.
I did not talk to third parties involved in this. I talked directly to the source.
Okay. Because, like, having been there, that was why I'm so fucking confused. Because I remember Lyle apologizing, Lyle saying that he was going to correct it. And frankly, we had a bunch of our mods in there. And if Lyle was to make fun of Keisuke while aware of what had happened, we would have fucking torn into Lyle. We have torn into Lyle when he's done wrong. So don't think that we would have just stabbed by idly.
Are you aware of any allegations of Senate blackmailing others?
Not aware of that, no.
That one.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Okay,
all right. Hold on. All right. So my thing on this was I only went off of information I got from the actual source of the situation, and it could be just it might have something to do with a panic attack at that time, and you never know. But my thing is, Lio wants to make a correction. Well, there's a few problems I have with that. So why is he going? Why should he get a pass on the I don't know bit if there's things even I don't know that I'm being smeared for, or that I don't know everything about it, only to that I have to take responsibility for that. Right. I need to ask real quick: is Baiji still a mod in Senate?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
The dolphin guy?
I am.
The guy who does dolphin porn?
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. What do you mean he does dolphin porn?
Huh?
Dolphin porn?
You kind of.
Someone has not done their research.
Everyone shut up.
Dolphin.
I mean, Cass, you kind of misinterpreted that. What you meant was making, if it, I don't know whether it's a fucking comic or not, but.
Yeah, I don't remember something about a comic.
I'm sorry.
The last time I've heard about it, it was just like
it's the phrasing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that phrasing fucking does not line up to.
What?
All right. So, I can actually explain the dolphin comic stuff. Also, I see the chat. Do you guys want me to acknowledge the stuff that's happening in the chat on the side, or do you want me to ignore it?
Just acknowledge Cass's points here. You don't need to worry about anything else.
So, the dolphin comic was originally found by someone, sent to a friend of Baiji's, and then that person sent it to Baiji, and it was more of a shock humor kind of thing, more than an actual fucking thing, and it's gone. He has not posted it in ages. He actually doesn't have it anymore. Okay. Which I find personally kind of amusing that, if somebody asks a dolphin man for the dolphin comic, he doesn't have it.
Do you believe a rotisserie chicken
What?
is that a food?
Rotisserie chicken?
Yes.
That is a
it
thing,
alive?
yes.
Is it alive?
It's not alive, no. No, ew.
It's not alive.
No. Like,
Okay.
are you
is
talking
it
about
not
actual
alive?
rotisserie chicken?
Yes.
Ew.
How is rotisserie chicken not alive?
Because it's been cooked.
Okay, it's been cooked, right?
Yeah.
How is a video of someone fucking a rotisserie chicken considered bestiality then?
And
The fuck?
Yeah, wait, which part instance was that, by the way? Was that the Queen Seraphina stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. So that one was weird because I remember when I was told about it, it was like much later in time because most of this information I got from it was much later in time against the Seraphina stuff, right? They like, oh, Vlad posted real zoophile porn. I'm like, wait, what? And it was like, and then I asked about it, and it was like, dude, I posted rotisserie chicken fucking, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
and so I had a hard time taking it seriously because I'm like, out of all the things that rotisserie chicken, you got to be kidding me. So like, and then like afterwards, only until recently that I hear that there was a minors in Queen Seraphina server, and I'm just like, wait a minute, I'm sorry. What? First of all, why? How you evolve in pedo busting and have a minors in servers? Why? You guys went after Danderwolf and a bunch of other people for this shit. Why do you have this crap? And then, look, I'm just going to be honest. At the end of the day, my issue with this is, regardless of the circumstances, there is stuff that even I wasn't even told about, that somehow I was implicated in knowing more than I let on somehow, and this is exactly the reason why the video doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, speaking of, might I if I add to something real quick?
Yeah.
It's just fucking weird how you, it's just weird how, you post a rotisserie chicken getting flocked, right, and then call it syphilia. What does, Fida have to do with being a zoophile? Because
who?
No, not Fida. Sorry, Vlad. Sorry.
What?
Wait, did you?
Are you high, Nvrth?
I'm
Happy
spazzing
420
right now, dude. Okay.
All right. Everyone,
let's
calm down. One at a time, please. Go ahead, Nvrth, make your correction.
Yeah. Vlad. My bad. Okay.
Fair.
So what does that have to do with him being a zoophile? Can you tell me the definition of a zoophile real quick?
A zoophile is an individual who is attracted to animals. Am I incorrect?
You are correct. So what does having any some of that content have to do with him being attracted to animals?
So I haven't heard anything about the rotisserie chicken, ironically. That's the first I'm hearing that, and cringe.
Yeah, I was never getting I was never given any screenshots or any proof specifically about like whether or not the Queen Seraphina thing was real. So I will admit that kind of caused me to sort of not believe some of the other stuff that came out at first with some of the other shit, because I didn't get to see anything myself. In fact, the supposed screenshot that was posted on Lio's video was just straight up never showed to me at all. And I'm just going to be honest, if Lio Man gets away with the excuse of, well, I'm busy, well, I can't monitor everything, well, sorry to say it, but that also applies to me because I'm also a very busy man, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't been online all that much for the last 2 months. I've made it pretty clear with a lot of my confidants and people and even to an extent with Lio in private conversations about how things have been going with me a little bit here and there. It's not, I didn't carte blanche say everything, but I will admit I had a point where I needed to take a break from a lot of this shit after I've dealt with the Yodi stuff, because I got pretty unusually angry with how Yodi handled things. The backstabbery, the lying to my ass for God knows how long, the shit he was doing with Sappho, the fact that he would add actual zoophiles and pedophiles into a quote-unquote anonymous Telegram chat for, Zerkalo's behest. all this other shit. Oh, and the weird MK Ultra conspiracy theory shit he was supposedly trying to do to Sappho.
Yeah, no, that is just fucking demented, frankly. I would like to point out, Cass, you're not the only one that's mad about Coyote. Like, I know this is not gonna sound good, but Lyo's in a similar boat. Like, Coyote lied to fucking everyone about that op. We didn't know the specifics. I didn't fucking know shit until Lyo pulled me into that fucking server. And frankly, that started off as a fucking group chat before we realized we didn't have enough spaces in the group chat.
I got annoyed with it because partly, I will admit, did I get really angry and say some really really mean shit? I told them behind the scenes it was a little bit theatrical. I will admit I did try to throw people's fire under their asses about it, because when I was talking about a little bit of it, and the thread came out and my community talked about it, a lot of good people got smeared over this, including myself. I got angry with that because I thought that was incredibly disingenuous for a community of people who want to help the victims and try to go after monsters, by being very carte blanche, not giving a shit about it because, it's a Kiwi Farms thread. And after all the shit, and of course the fact that how do I explain this? Sorry, I'm still in my weird spastic phase dealing with all this shit. The reality of the situation was I've had some shit happen to me while this was going on. I just wanted to take some breaks, a break or two, so I can address it better. Will I take a bit of the L on the Vlad stuff? Yeah, sure. I don't disagree to some of it. He knew full well that I was not the type to be okay with that. And the only reason I haven't been able to say anything about it was because I just didn't even know how to process all this shit. Since I've been doing nothing but dealing with IRL shit, and all this fucking crap with Coyote had made me very disillusioned with a lot of people. I've lost a lot of trust with people. Even if you tell me, hey, look, Kaz, you need to look into this right now. And Lyle Man has tried. I will admit, to some level, I don't instantly do things for him because I still don't trust him. And after all this, I'm never going to, because his video was entirely missing the point as to why I was behaving the way I was. And that if he really wanted to, maybe he should have gave me a little bit more time to deal with it.
Yeah.
And boom, solved.
Like, one thing I actually just realized, you want to know who else was really fucked up by the fact that Coyote pulled this shit? Someone who knew him, like, IRL, like, in person. Monstress. Monstress actually... Yeah, like, Monstress was really fucked up about that. Because, come on, like, Coyote knew her face to face, man.
Oh, so they knew each other in real life?
Really
Like, they used to hang out, talk to each other in real life?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I have heard about them meeting up at one point.
Well, to be fair, I don't know shit about Monstress, and I have nothing to say about them. But
she's great. Okay. That's all you got here, man. But another thing is,
go ahead.
Do you wanna go?
Go ahead.
Like, I'm sorry if it seems weird that I keep pausing. I'm used to call etiquette, like how we kind of do it in the Senate. So I will stop if somebody's speaking to give them a turn. So I hope you guys like aren't thinking I'm mocking you by just going. I am genuinely stopping so somebody else can speak.
No, that's fine.
Good. It's just the fact that I just wanted to mention Monstress did kind of blamed me for not knowing that Monstress hangs out with Coyote IRL, which I don't really get, considering I don't even know who they are. It's just kind of weird to me, but go ahead, Cass.
Well, I do remember specifically in that call, and if necessary, I'll probably have to release it, but in that call, where I had some corrections with Lyo Man behind the scenes, because despite what he probably may have claimed with the video, I did try talking to him about how I behaved during the Coyote Lovely stream. That specifically, it wasn't even anti-Senate necessarily, it was just going after some of the commentary people in general, because even before all this, I had my my fits with them, with how this shit gets handled constantly. And a lot of the first moment, like, I gave Lago some shit because his whole thing was complaining about LARPing. I shouldn't have to explain that in my community, it's not even a LARPing community. It's just a stupid little name because we used it to laugh at a bunch of pedophiles, and they literally soiled themselves over a stupid internet name. And that was really about it. The whole show has got this noir aesthetic going on. Of course, there's going to be references to the mob or crime or cases.
Oh, it all really started. Let's give her a bit of the real lore. We called his mother.
Oh God, that guy.
Yeah, Scooby.
Scooby.
So good old Scooby. He constantly made claims that he was part of the mafia, and so we started fucking with him. I mean, me more than Cass, but what else is new? We started fucking with him, and well, he got really pissed off, and he couldn't understand Italian, and he didn't understand a lot of different things that the mob was supposed to. And there was a couple of times where he called us some sort of YouTube mafia. So we kind of ran with that.
Yeah, it's kind of just stuck.
So I was a bit confused about the rotisserie chicken thing, so I did a thing. I went to Lia's video, and I looked up, to see if he mentioned it. He did. And a call is involved. A recorded call is in there, and I can post a timestamp to it if you want it.
Go ahead.
Well, you can go ahead and give us the synopsis.
No. The reason I'm actually opting
you're
for
giving the timestamp, but go ahead and tell us what you said, what you saw in the timestamp that makes it relevant.
Cass speaking to Gilded about that. It's in the chat.
Yeah, it was a relatively public VC trying to understand that stuff, and I had that fit of laughing at some really stupid shit. I believe it's because of the triggered faggot comment. I talked to Gallagher like, okay, like, are you joking that this guy had 2 terabytes of this stuff? He's like, dude, all I know is he had like 400 megabytes in that fucking folder. He's never showed anything in it though. I'm like, so what is it? Rotisserie chicken fucking? What's going on here? Never got a straight answer.
Cass, frankly, I do believe there's definitely 2 terabytes. Okay, I can understand that being an exaggeration, but Cass, let's be frank.
It was triple and quadrupled down.
Okay, but Vash, can I please continue?
Good.
I never stood by the 2 terabytes. I don't fucking know how much he's gotten there. The fact is, though, he definitely has something. I've seen that fucking post from Twitter where he posted the woman getting quite literally raped by a fucking dog. Proper bestiality porn posted on Twitter from his own goddamn hard drive. You don't just post links to those videos for them to embed like that. For them to embed like that, you have to post it from your hard drive. So, no offense, there is proper rock hard evidence that there is. Like, he did have.
Yeah, and for that segment of it, I'll have no problem taking the L on that because at that time, I wasn't even sure what the fuck was happening. And I don't even know if he deleted that shit either because I wasn't able to see anything. All I know was it happened, and I kind of just had to sit there and deal with it as I was dealing with the coyote shit. And
so as soon as I heard of it, I went directly to his DMs, and I said, "Dude, what the fuck?" And he explained. Go ahead.
So, Cass, I don't know if you're referring to not having seen it on Discord, because there was a screenshot on your Discord. If you're referring to that, I believe it was Pizza actually deleted it.
Deleted the message. Yeah, one of the mods did. I figured it was Pizza at that point in time. Yeah. He's been online a lot to deal with this type of stuff. He's a... When it came down to it...
Very helpful.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, I got no problem taking a little bit of L for the fucking Vlad stuff. It's not going to happen again. I've had a lot of my own problems dealing with this, but I'm not going to sit here and be chastised for having my own problems with this when everyone else has pulled the same but my mental health argument when it came to Coyote and everyone else. There is quite a few people in here who are still in the server who are defending Coyote really hard about everything, even the suspect shit, until the stream came out. And so as far as I'm concerned, this is something that, I'll take the L in it, but I think a lot of other people should too, about all this other stuff. As far as I'm concerned, that Vlad shit, won't happen again. It's not an optics thing. To me, it was a bit of a game of hypocrisy on my part. because he's been trying to scream at me like, oh, you're caring about optics all of a sudden. I'm like, it's more of a hypocrisy thing. Really, it's so at the end of the day, take that for what you will. You know.
Yeah. No.
But don't go around smearing my entire community over this. A bunch of people who are victims of stuff just because of a moderator fuck up like that. Especially with all the histories of different groups and having their fuck ups with all these different already named individuals.
I'd like to add on to that too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I did see at one point Laya mentioned my Cord Kitty stream where we played as we technically quote unquote warped as a courtroom. We didn't actually even own that interview. It was handled to us by one of the members inside FoxMafia who got bullied out of the server because he did really, really stupid shit in VCs.
Speaking of which...
Seti, please.
Actually...
Thank you.
Alright.
He wordily turned on his camera while he was in the hospital. Which is really, really stupid of him. And me fucking Bear Dog bullying him out of the server. That shit was so fucking stupid. But that's peanut gallery, so I will not discuss that. But it's just kind of weird to me how Wild blames the entirety of this community for warping as a courtroom when we really never was a part of that interview before. I technically was invited to stream it because at the time the host didn't have any sort of platform to stream it on, so I just did it for him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie as well. Like, as soon as I had the chance to speak in there, I called out that LARP shit immediately.
Like, I'll say it this way. I had to go on Twitter and publicly go, hey guys, I'm just owning this piece of art because I drew Coyote. And I'm just sitting here awkwardly like, please don't think I'm supporting Coyote. Because I don't fucking want that shit.
Fair, but my question is, why do we have to make this a game of screaming at each other? I thought the whole point of being against pedophiles and shit was that we need to focus on the real topic, right? What is with all this extra really gay shit? Because, like, as far as I see with Peaches, yeah, did people in the server make fun of Peaches a little bit because of their segment of the video that really wasn't exactly true about how I handled things? I mean, that's gonna happen.
Cass.
I get it. Huh?
Cass, you can't say a little bit. Like, I've seen the fucking shit in Confessions bot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a little bit.
Can I say something about this?
Okay, we can't control the convention bot.
No, you can absolutely fucking at least delete it.
We cannot.
Don't think I missed the whole thing of somebody fucking confessing like fucking rape Lumi. Like, that shit was cringe.
Well, first of all, one, we don't have access to the source code or any way to develop a filter without open sourcing that, and currently we don't have anyone to develop mods on, or to develop bots really on staff at the moment. As well
what's
as
the alternative?
We don't care. It's implemented. It's implemented. But also, that's not what
Last. One at a time, please, because I can't understand you guys when you speak at once. Thank you.
Okay, so the actual thing that I want to address is the fact that Hopeless Peaches, how do I put this, doesn't understand what she is talking about. Like, fundamentally, when it comes to interrogation or, like, you know, extracting shit from people, again, a lot of social engineering is being fucking nice to them gets people to talk a lot. With what Kaz does, it's not fucking being nice because it's, you know, a courtesy. It's a fucking tactic. And I feel like it's so fucking dumb to think that that is anything else but that.
Yeah, I mean, how do you say someone is nice but also too mean and too bloodsporty in the same sentence like that? That doesn't make any sense, because on one hand it's like, oh, you're trying to be nice to Sappho, but then you tell her to kill herself. I'm like, well, that's kind of the objective from the start. Like, a bunch of people, it wasn't just Pizza calling out Sappho's tactic. I already was aware. I was just fucking with her because it's funny. And at the same time, I did think it was pretty odd with how Yodi responded to that. So we didn't ignore that. We just didn't say anything about it at that moment because we didn't have anything on him. And as far as I'm concerned, the thread was more than adequate proof to be like, okay, something's up. But everyone was suspicious of all kinds of shit with that whole thing, and everyone had to take their time to figure out what was going on with it. And I think to sit there and insinuate that somehow a 6 minute or so conversation where I was only kind of being cordial just to see what's up is a little bit hypocritical, because I've seen plenty of Senate calls. I used to talk to some of you guys to help out with some of your guys' stuff. I used to work with Pizza for that exact same things. You guys do the same shit. You would do it for longer than I would typically. So this game of Kaz's tactics are bad, it makes him look bad, is bullshit. Everyone does it. Everyone tries to get information or try to ask exactly what's going on, and everyone uses a little bit of honey to do it.
So, small question, right? So you mentioned that, well, I have to correct myself because I was about to call them by what I personally call them, because I am a friend of Peaches. Like, they're somebody I consider a close friend of mine. Peaches, right? Mm-hmm. So you mentioned that they said that you were too nice, but then too mean. I don't recall that. That could be my memory, however. I am very upfront about the fact that I do have some minor memory issues when it comes to things. It's spotty. So, would you help me with that by any chance?
What kind of memory issues? Do you have like headaches or anything?
It's actually just short-term memory. My short-term memory is very spotty. My long-term memory is like fucking stupidly good though. Like I still remember a cheat code from a fucking old Spyro game.
Yeah, the most I can remember off the top of my head, it was just stuff that's implied for like trying to, like she was trying to do the whole, well, you can make fun of these people. I'm like, that's exactly what I've been doing for 3 years, but okay. It was a lot of implications and a lot of very sleazy way of trying to say about how critique someone who's been doing this for 3 years about the basics of an interrogation tactic. And at the end of the day, it wasn't like the biggest deal in the world. I just thought that was kind of stupid. The issue in relation to this is that at the end of the day, no, this community does not harbor pedophiles. It does not harbor zoophiles. It's full of victims who just want to help me out do the right thing, and they do. And I think that's disgusting. You can get mad at me, fine. Call me whatever you want. I don't care if I get hit with all kinds of ridiculous shit at the end of the day. But I don't like that good people got shit on, misconstrued, lied about, slandered over nothing. If you're going to come after me, just come after me. All I had to do, all Lio had to do was just, at that point, drag me into a call, yet again, yell at me about the Vlad stuff, and at that point, finally would have taken care of it. Not this thing where he was silent about it for some weeks and then like left the server and then uploaded his Premiere.
So, Cass, I'm trying to be as reasonable here as I can, right? I'm trying to understand your perspective here, and I hope you can understand that. Like, because I think I'll be a bit blunt here when I'm going to say this. I could have come in here to troll. I could have come in here spurging out. I could have come in here just to make people rage. And quite frankly, I got Cameron, I think, a bit angry there for a while, but it's okay.
Cameron? Yeah.
Dude, no, Cameron fucking hates me.
I don't blame you for that. I can kind of see that happening.
Yeah, no.
It's okay. She spurts out all the time.
No, right. North, dude. No. I had Cameron get on my ass because I asked for their pronouns.
Oh my god.
I was like, hey, what are your pronouns? They're like, they're normal pronouns.
This is new.
Shut up, I'm talking. They're like, they're normal pronouns. And I was like, okay, what are your pronouns? In a voice call in Senate, I asked you politely, what are your pronouns? And then you got all fucking weird because I asked you to specify what your pronouns are.
Any
and then I asked you for your favorite, and you were like, you know, I'm a woman. Like, I'm a female, and so that like this whole fucking like.
Okay, and that's me.
Okay, to be fair, if you asked me my pronouns, I would make fun of you for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. You make fun of respect. I know this.
All right, hold on. So, all
Keep
right,
going.
calm down, everyone. Just a little bit derailing here. Let's cool it for a second.
Yes, I think I've made my point clear though. Like if I came in here just to wind people up, I think you've noticed I have the ability to do that. But I came in here to just
we have the ability to deal with that here. I
Yeah.
take slight insult to that.
Yeah.
We could have fucking dealt with you like.
Honestly, I don't care if you came here to troll. Everyone does that in here all the time for like varying reasons. So that's not my issue. I just thought I would clear the record because apparently when this was getting brought up, so I pop in to clear things for a minute. I got other shit to do, so I won't be able to respond
back on topic,
to everything.
Please.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to. Oh,
just a small thing though, because I want to ask because you said there were implications.
Yeah.
Implications can be understood in different ways, and unfortunately, in this case, because I'm taking this as a serious claim, because again, Peaches is a friend of mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna need like a timestamp or something. I provided a timestamp earlier for the section in the video that showed that you were in a call with Gilded when you found out about that. I would like if you could possibly provide a timestamp where Peaches implies that.
With the Gilded stuff, or are you talking about?
No, with Peaches claiming that you were too nice and then too hard, all that.
All right, that's something I'll have to get back to you on that because this was given to me by other people. Saw that for what it is. I said, okay, well that's kind of bullshit, and it got kind of brought to me. Mm-hmm.
Related question: was the whole criticizing you for 15 minutes also just brought to you?
Yes, I looked at it for a little bit, said, okay, that's kind of bullshit. I did say some things about it, and this sort of moved on with my day.
Yeah, it wasn't 15 minutes.
Yo, what the fuck is going on? Sorry, I need...
Alright.
Get up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is what it is.
I do have something to question on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why would you say that we were terrible at something, but then use our work in order to give out information about something?
What?
The coyote was pulling that card.
I know what he's talking about. It was kind of a thing of, oh, Kaz's community is terrible, but also people in the same group of individuals who say that also tried talking to me at one point for information on creeps. That has happened more than a couple times. Yeah, and use some of our content or archival work that we gave out. Not that I really care for that, but I do think it's a little bit strange that the narrative got flipped on. I want to gain Kaz's trust again too. Kaz is a disingenuous piece of shit. You shouldn't trust his community. They harbor this or they harbor that argument. And I'm like, looking at him like, they're a bunch of victims. They're not fucking harboring anything. The fuck?
we got a bit taken aside there. The 15-minute thing, real quick. Just to add thing. I don't know if you watched the video fully. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to mute them on my end because they're talking.
Yeah.
I muted them on my end. I don't want to hear Cameron. I'm sorry, Cameron. You're not part of this conversation, and frankly, I'm not in the mood to get into a whole spat.
The most I can give you is that I didn't watch the full video because most of it had something to do with Yodi.
However,
and I don't have a problem with that.
The reason I'm bringing it up, it was under 2 minutes.
Under 2 minutes. Okay, so correction there. All right.
So just pointing that out to you, because I think it's relevant that you do understand. And again, I could have come in your throat. I'm trying to just talk. So I thought I'd just point that out in a very polite way. Now, in the Peaches video, right? I don't think they used anything of yours in that video, other than that clip of you going. It was like you being polite or something. I believe that was like one of the only things that were used in there.
You used the entirety of the coyote string with Furski. No, not you, Furski. And Peaches, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of live stream clips were used.
Yeah,
What?
I have to disagree with that. That was something that got mentioned. I did sort of see where there was clips from the actual interview used to basically come at Coyote. There was also the segment with Pizza and what he had to say towards Coyote. So no, that's incorrect. There was more than a couple of minutes of my content used to crucify Coyote, while also arguing that somehow the stream wasn't providing enough evidence to convict him of anything.
I'm not laughing at you, Cass. I'm laughing at the fact that there are people role-playing as Walmart employees on the side.
Wait, what?
Trying to play this whole war thing going on. I think that's retarded.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Walmart employees on aisle 5 over here. Because fucking hell.
Hope in PC. But
Yeah.
we're getting off topic here.
I'm sorry. That's why I was laughing. I just have to specify I'm not laughing at you. But I have the chat open in case people want to ask questions, and this is happening.
Oh, that's fucking
Well,
great.
I mean, this place is a bit of a silly place.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of know this, like, Cass, like, I'm sorry, but I fucking took screenshots, and I thought it would be funny to put random names in the corner, and you guys fucking banned people for it.
Wait, I know I just popped in here. Also, I know there's an echo, so I'm sorry about that. But I gotta go really quick. So I want to ask a quick question, just for my own curiosity. Lumi, are you on the spectrum at all?
Are you?
I mean, I'm in a little bit, but you
So
wanna
am I.
you wanna meet up after this? Have some autistic
No, thank
warrior
you.
cat role play with your Sona?
Ew, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just find that kind of cute. I love like the feral like warrior cat fucking Sona you got. That's kind of cute. All right, that's all I had to say.
mean-
Oh,
you
that's a good.
you enjoy stimming in here, playing with your puppet. I'll pop
What?
in later.
I'm not that autistic. I
Anyway,
draw.
Anyway, Gallagher had a good question. Which Senate tard forces rules violators to draw dolphin porn in current year? Question mark.
None. Like, again, like, the dolphin comic has not been brought up in fucking ages, man. It's gone. And it was only Baiji who did it.
I mean, I did mention that.
Why is he still a mod?
Because he stopped, and he's capable of fucking doing Discord shit.
Dude, why the fuck do you associate yourself with that? Like, legitimately, why?
Because he posted a comic that he thought was hilarious that didn't actually end up hurting any animals or humans.
Did you
God.
see-
Okay.
Hold on. Are we pulling the lolicon argument?
No.
No,
Oh,
I'm
no.
just saying that
No. No. We are.
I mean, if you're going to do it's not real argument, it is the lolicon argument.
See, I think the difference is one contains real humans and the other is just something someone was sent. Like, what was the fucking specific story of it? Somebody sent it to someone back in Barrel days. Somebody sent it to someone who then sent it into Barrel, and Baiji I think got it from that, or they sent it to Baiji. It's one of those, and that is how he got it. And to him, it was just, look at how fucking retarded this is. And that's what he posted. And then he stopped.
Why would he? Why would he send it to people like unprovoked? Like, why?
Because he found it hilarious.
You're missing the point. I already mentioned this 3 months prior in this general chat room that I called Baiji unfunny because he used shock humor as a funny, got you moment. But if you're actually going to go out of your way to make people troll that kind of crap, that's no, stop.
Yeah, that's still a bit on the concerning side.
Okay, so hold on. You said this is
That's
like
about it.
yesterday.
No, 3 months ago.
You know what?
3
One
months
sec.
ago?
Gallagher posted a screenshot here saying this was like yesterday. You know what? I'm gonna double check that right this second. Let's see. A very specific quote. I mean, I already see that Wolf has his old Wolf cell now, so that's two summer iterations ago. That's a couple of months at least. Lyle still has his Gundam picture. Sarah's got that profile pic that never fucking changed. Aaron's got this picture.
What the fuck
So
did
that's
you
a few
say about
things
me, you
already.
little shit? Sorry, I just wanted to say that. I don't mean it by that. I just wanted to say that. I
I'm
just
so
wanted to say,
offended.
what the fuck did you say about me, you little shit, when you said Aaron? That's all.
I'm so offended. Wow. Nah, I'm just,
All right.
I get it.
Look at General Hope and FoxMafia real quick.
One sec. I'm gonna I do want to check when was it last posted?
Oh, I was talking about when Baichi was basically told to stop.
Okay. Rule number 752, which is still a thing.
752.
Yep.
What is actually rules on? Yeah. Also, ironically enough, that mention specifically was on the 1st of January. This was months ago.
January.
No,
January.
Also,
1st of January.
I also gotta bring up something real quick. Additionally,
Sure.
So I heard stuff about the Cedric shit, and I got a little bit confused about it because we did have some talks with Lyle about it, and it wasn't really. So I've been hearing from Cedric and a few people where he didn't realize he was on when he was on what was it, for Affinity? Memory's a little joggy.
Yeah.
There was an account he followed that had some questionable content, and he didn't really know about that. There is a clip I found from my own stream with Lio. And the reason I'm replying to this and tagging it a little bit as well is that I think it was a little weird that his point initially was, well, he didn't really seem to have a problem with it when it came to Coyote's following of very specific accounts that had similar content in question. So I thought, what was the deal with that exactly?
Do you want me to listen to the clip first, or
go ahead? Yeah.
Afterwards, I would also like to add something onto that, if you don't mind, Kaz.
Sure. So before you do,
yes.
Hold on, I'm listening to the clip.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Actually, I've done that before. Never to the extent of having fucking feral porn, but I have in fact followed somebody only to be met with dick the next day on my timeline. So I get that.
So I just want to actually explain a little bit more in depth on that.
Sure.
So how Fur Affinity works, I know this, I fucking use Fur Affinity. You can look me up. I don't follow shit. But essentially, the way that it is, by default, unless you specifically go within settings, and it is a bit of a pain in the ass to fucking turn off blocking NSFW. It will basically, you can go to a user's profile, it won't show you that there are blocked NSFW, it'll just be normal view. So, unless said he fucking directly turned that shit off, he wouldn't have seen anything of that user, unless you do. And I remember I looked at the fucking users page with just NSFW off, and it looks fairly different.
Yeah, I do remember specifically asking him about it, and the most he showed was the fact that outside of that one account, the things he favorites is just Star Trek art for furries. That's not even sexual, and he's had his NSFW filter, as in blocking all that content out, has been on the default. So like I wasn't sure how to think about that.
I'll also like to point out too, how SETI even found the account in the first place. It was actually a safe for work piece of art, and SETI didn't even look at the profile. It was only one account that he follows. He wasn't even aware that the account had feral zoophile bestiality porn. And I did confront SETI about that too. And I even told that to Lio.
Lio was in conversation about that, and it sort of just became a thing of like all the parties involved kind of just looked at that and went, you know what, fuck it. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but we had to like talk about Coyote the most. Like that was kind of where all this priority was for everything, from some of the Vlad problems to everything else, is just everyone dealing with the Coyote shit because of just how much insanity occurred for just that. And on top of it, in this clip, I understand where Lio's coming from, but I did think it was kind of a huge double standard to say that, like, you know, try to give Coyote a pass for that if we're going to condemn Cedric for the same thing. If not like one instance versus Coyote, who may have like a couple other problems. Now, of course, with the thread, like obviously everyone focused on more of the pressing stuff instead, which was the fact that he actually harbored zoophiles. And the weird MK Ultra shit and the whole I want to be hypnotized by Sappho.
Don't remind me of that. I fucking read that shit. Like, dude, I fucking read that shit, and my first immediate response was just, is this like a secret kink you're projecting onto this? Is that what's fucking happening?
Dude, okay, as someone who, like, full disclosure, knows the fandom of that shit pretty well, I hated that I had to get on stream and just, like on our stream and just sort of be open and just, motherfucker, you're retarded. That's not how any of this works. You are a dim-witted motherfucker. You put yourself in danger and everyone else, you dumbass. Shut the fuck up.
Man, like, I don't get, like, when I heard about the because keep in mind, I only got details like way after it's been blown. Like I was just awkwardly sitting in that call, and I was like, "What the fuck was he trying to accomplish?" Like, what the fuck? Like, I saw no fucking sense in any of his approach. Like, he wasn't gonna get extra info. Everyone's already got everything they need on Sappho, I believe.
Yeah.
Except like the only possibly like relevant thing that they could have gotten from it at the time was, I believe, the fact that Sappho confirmed that it was in fact her. I think the pronouns are her. I don't fucking know. I'm that bitch to ask people their pronouns before I insult them. But she confirmed essentially that it was in fact her house that got swatted. So I think that's like the only thing that came out of it that was good. And even then, that's like fucking tiny minuscule shit. The whole option
Swatting is generally a bad idea, just because it makes us a pain in the ass for law enforcement to, you know, actually take something seriously. Because if you swat someone, the likelihood that police will follow up any sort of fucking thing with a legitimate, like, with any sort of legitimacy is much, much lower, and it is extremely counterproductive.
Yeah. Real quick, I also go back on the whole thing real quick and also reference something I think is what I was trying to say was a bit concerning about the Baiji stuff, which is...
Hey, go ahead.
We can split hairs about it all we want, but there's been plenty of people from both me and Senate who don't agree with drawn shit or real shit when it comes to zoo or pedo stuff. So I think it's pretty fair to say that regardless of all the, well, I don't knows or who have yous or uh-hums, that at the end of the day, Baiji also kind of posting that even for shock value is a little bit concerning. I do think it's a bit hypocritical. For Vlad, yeah, I'll take the L on that one and deal with that for what it is. Had I been in better situations, would have taken care of it a lot better. We've had mods to deal with it, and it came down to not vetting mods properly or having the chance to. And I'll fix that in the future, most certainly. I've been already fixed trying to deal with that right now, and for a while beforehand. But you know, I'm not aware of everything. I don't know how all of a sudden I'm being regarded as omniscient in every fucking problem that's ever occurred. Last time I've checked, the Zerkalo recording was something that was posted, I guess, by a third party. And
I think so.
And how I saw it was I didn't post anything about it because I was held to my word not to post it. And honestly, all this other shit about the concerning stuff with Zerkalo is a lot more after the fact, after the interview anyway. Because there's always something more about Zerkalo and Yodi. So I obviously didn't know every little thing that was going on with it, and by the time, the new year came around, I had more to worry about than internet shit. And most certainly during the time I was getting hit with a video on this, and everyone's like trying to say shit towards me after I just lost something important to me like that. Yeah, I made some brash decisions with that. Oh well, I'll do better in the future, sure. Cool. As for my server in general, I can see the argument for why I need to deal with the mod stuff better. But for the most part, this is going to always be a bit of an edgy community. If people need to call out stuff that needs to happen, that's fine. If people are going to be a bit mean in here, that's fine. Or say insane shit on occasion, that's fine. I don't see how that's a problem, but it's whatever.
Yeah. I mean, Cass, like, for example, right? And it's fucking retarded since goes out. I've got years of experience moderating servers, right?
Yeah.
Confessions bot, let's be fucking frank here. There's some ridiculous shit being posted in there. Like, you can monitor what's being posted there without opening up the fucking open source or any of that.
We can only do so much on deleting it.
It's not even deleting it though. It's about tracking who posted what, so you can hold them accountable for the shit they wrote.
Literally, the bot is
that's
like
the point of the anonymity is that we can't.
Okay, then why have something that's going to be abused?
They are allowed to speak freely about whatever they wish to speak about. Everyone's allowed to use it.
Yeah, no, okay, so let me explain to you something, like, as a moderator who also has years of experience.
Yeah.
You need to understand, I think you're approaching it in a way that I don't intend too much offense when I say this.
Sure.
But is kind of the wrong way to look at a Discord server. Because when it comes to building it, you need to look at the community and the outlets as more of a social group, rather than just doing moderation like you would a sysadmin. You need to actually look at it like, these are the types of groups or elements that they're building and how they're sort of construing. And so you need to give them an outlet in a lot of cases. That bot is inherently an outlet, which allows people to say where the fuck they want. Because if they feel like, I can't really say this shit, that's fine. They can say it through there, and people can mute the fucking channel if it bothers them.
Yeah, or another example, and
I was not finished.
Oh, go ahead.
And the reason why that is very useful is because it keeps that shit from other fucking channels where people are completely doing, like, the thing the channel is related to. We have a place where people can fuck around so that people stay there and fuck around rather than pollute other bullshit and make it much more difficult to moderate. Does that make sense?
Say, I want to agree about the outlet, but I'm also gonna just... What kind of fucking people are you harboring for them to write sick fanfiction in a confessions bot?
It's part of the shitpost. It's part of skins.
Welcome to shitposting.
I mean,
yeah, no,
hey, man.
People just like fuck around, dude. I don't care.
Hold on. I'm like, there's shitposting, man, and there's that kind of shit. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm from the wrong side of the internet.
I think I
just find it fucking weird.
Okay.
It's something called
Fox, shut up.
You've never heard of it? It's called a sense of humor.
Yeah, I was about to explain that. Okay.
I don't want to fucking listen to expert.
Okay, let me just put this simply. When you're kind of around the type of shit we deal with, yeah, this is just a standard thing that we just, because it fucks with your sense of reality in a way, and this is just kind of what we fucking find funny, just because of how sometimes fucked the view of reality can be.
It's a copy pasta.
Not only, yeah, most of the majority of the confessions is copy pastas, and not to quietly mention, people make fun of me in the confession spot, which I consider as schizo posting. I think it's fucking funny.
They've said that they want my butt like a couple
yeah,
times.
they want my butt too.
I mean,
cringe.
yeah. To be fair, the most that happens is when like I get directed this weird shit. I just laugh it off because I don't see it. Something
they've made fan fictions about Cass too.
No. They make fake pictures of me and Coyote. That's the worst part.
They made some very disturbing shit about me and pizza for like the longest time.
So like it's just an outlet to get whatever the fuck. It's an anon. It's a way to be anonymous.
Wet Moomy speak. He was trying to swing for a while now.
I mean, I'm trying to be polite about things. Like, again, I'm used to call etiquette and the way we handle it in Senate, so that's why I'm kind of able to stay quiet. I hope you don't take this as me being dismissive.
No, it's okay.
I want to say one quick thing about call etiquette. From the time I have been in Senate, I have never fucking seen that. You got like the time I fucking was in there, you guys were relentless and did not understand when the fuck to shut up. Also, one of you fuckers demanded I call you sir, which is extremely uncomfortable.
What the fuck?
Let me find the video clip on my channel.
Aaron, unironically, I will admit, like, this I've been bringing that into Senate. Call etiquette has been slipping. I'm fucking enforcing it. I am that fucking cunt who will show up and I'll be like, shut the fuck up, all of you. And I'll fucking explain to them what call etiquette is. I've been enforcing it, so quite frankly, it'd be hypocritical of me not to fucking follow the same, I guess, personal guidelines in another server.
Okay, if you explain it like that, that's understandable. It's just that there is a slight tinge of irony to me because of my past experience. That is simply what I'm saying. If I snicker or laugh when you say that, that is because of that.
I mean, Aaron, I don't think you were in call when I was enforcing call etiquette. Because, and frankly, I think
I'm
the
aware
other...
of that, and I acknowledge that. It's just that the fucking shit that happened, like, is the exact opposite of whatever the fuck you could call, like, Discord call etiquette.
I mean, listen. I don't think you were around when I was a mod, but I've been, like, hammering call etiquette into people before I became a mod. And I don't think you were around when I was back, getting started. I'm sorry that that's happened to you. And I wish I was there because holy fucking shit, I'm sure even the mods of Senate are getting sick of me going, shut up. Out of fucking nowhere.
Like, trying to dox me and some shit is, not fun.
Okay, no, that's who did that?
Lio.
What? Why would Lio try to dox you?
He also tried to dox Gallagher.
He also threatened to call my mother, who is a medical professional and was, seeing fucking patients at the time.
The fuck?
Yeah,
and I informed him of that.
He was basically threatening to IP trace multiple people.
I'm pretty sure you can ask Gallagher for that. That's something that got brought up a few times.
Let me find the exact. It might be in my drive or it might be in my channel.
Do, Aaron. Do. And if you want to send me, do. Now for the IP thing, like the IP track threats, I hate doing this, but I will need to get some kind of proof of that.
Let's just ask Gallagher.
Yeah, literally.
Right? Should I just ping him?
Yeah, we have on fucking recording.
Yeah, you can go ahead and ping him.
Yeah, go ahead.
He will gladly come in and say his piece.
I will warn you, it will be extremely explicit. So.
Yep, he's definitely adult oriented.
Adult oriented as in gonna constantly swear, or adult oriented as in incapable of keeping things like adult oriented and constantly referring to sexual.
He can be civil. He can be civil.
I mean, I'd like to think I'm being pretty civil in this call, so I would appreciate some civility in turn.
You are. No, you are. and I believe that everybody else has been. A few exceptions aside.
Listen. Okay, listen. Cameron, I know who Cameron associates with, and I fucking make fun of her all the time. So frankly, that one's fun. Fox is her. I'm sorry.
Why does
Fox
she keep
are on the same level
keep
as
bringing me up?
Cameron, except you're actually. I think you're starting to go a bit lower because you are typing up the whole cope thing of like, yes, I won.
Yeah, well, it's lonely at the top.
But no, everyone else, honestly, thank you for being honestly polite.
I literally
Like,
said,
hell yeah.
Get fucked, woman.
Hell yeah.
You're welcome. Also, you're welcome for the show. I hope you like me RPing as an average
Oh my
Walmart.
God.
I have to say, I need to stop.
Jesus Christ. But now my thing about this is I can understand some of the critiques with the mods. Yeah, they'll be fixed. That was a mistake of trying to add people without all the without all the vetting and other problems. Yeah. That won't happen again. However, I will bring up a lot of shit that I find to be concerning if this has to be where my community or I have to be damned for this mistake while there's plenty of others that other people have done that are just being completely ignored for convenience sake. There's no harboring predators here. There's no harboring zoophiles here. The most you have is victims of abuse who are willing to say some very fucked up shit. Given what I've been through and a lot of people have been through, I think that's pretty par for the course for a lot of people who've been through stuff. A lot of dark gallows humor taking ahead. So,
yeah. So 2 things. Funny thing about call etiquette. Would you believe me if I told you that after the Lago call, we actually had a call about call etiquette where I got to be angry at people, and I'm not angry very often. I'm usually a pretty easygoing guy. And second, and this is something I think would be kind of funny to mention. We fucking stan Gallagher's stance on bandwagoning. We fucking love that shit. I can't stand bandwagoning, man.
That you are fair to say that.
I mean,
that does happen a lot in Senate, though.
Yeah,
it happens. Okay, Libby, it happens everywhere, and it's fucking stupid.
Oh, dude. Unironically, oh god, I love it when the fucking peanuts in Senate will sometimes just hop in and just start to try to fucking LARP as one of the mods to try and fucking like act cool. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Okay, Gallagher's after replying to me. I really wish I could, but the recording was deleted. Ooh, however, Lyle did admit it.
Huh?
Why would you do that?
But I am witness to that video. He was trying to guess where Gallagher was from.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I make it a game to fucking guess where I'm from. Like, we had a kid come into.
No. I'm meaning like he was trying to use different links for IP grabbing.
No. IP stuff. The old man IP tracking. That's something I didn't expect.
No, it was somebody that was around him, but he was using the information that was given to him to try and instill intimidation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't given any proof on it, but you all also are giving. You are actually giving me some testimony. So I'm not going to say it's a bullshit, but I'm also not going to say it's 100% confirmed to me. It's one of those middle grounds where it's like, I could be swayed, depending on if I get it. You get me?
Yeah. There's plenty of people with things to say about all this stuff in here. I'm sure if you hang around enough and ask questions, you'll probably might get some information. For me, it's basically just stuff I deal with in the real life while trying to like get back in here and figure out what the fuck's been happening with half this shit. And also the fact that you just had some problems with mods, and that's not going to happen against whatever shit happens with that.
Cass, when it comes to mods, like, I get it. It's fucking hard to find it's hard to find good. It's hard to find good mods. I get it. Been there. Like, holy fucking shit. I've had some Spurgs as mods before. Good luck, because it's hard to find good ones. However, I would like to very politely say, you're gonna be the next one in the corner of my screenshot, so get ready for, like, fucking, what's their name? Plague to think that you're the spy.
Fucking Plague, dude. That
was so fucking stupid.
I
was like, I gotta.
No. You don't get it. I had to tell Plague this 3 times now.
Dude, it's so fucking stupid. I remember. So the first person I did was I kid you not. This may sound like bullshit, but I'm genuinely serious. It was a random grab. I was just like, let me just cover up the alt with like a random person. That misfired. Huh?
Sorry.
Oh yeah, it was a random pick, and I'm sorry about how the person reacted.
There's something.
Yeah.
What happened?
Chat.
Let me open it.
I will turn it to something before you guys are done with your conversation. I need to add on to something.
Sure. What's up?
Oh, right now? Okay. I did see a screenshot. I don't know where it is in the FoxMafia, but I did see a screenshot of somebody in the chat admitting that the Discord invite that you sent it in announcements was an IP grabber.
It wasn't.
I know it wasn't. Because no. I knew it wasn't because that's not how Discord links work.
Nars, like, dude. I don't know your pronouns. I'm sorry. I hope you're okay.
It's any. I don't care.
All right, yeah. Like, again, I'm that bitch who asks people pronouns before I fucking insult them.
We usually make fun of people like that here.
Okay, make fun of me then for being respectful. That's fine. Now the second screenshot.
I'm just saying
I
general
think
populace. But go ahead.
That's fair. The second screenshot. Now that one is fucking hilarious because I saw Cameron and call and I was like, oh yeah, they defended Kumo. So I put Cameron in the corner.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Cameron, you lost it.
I will admit some people in the server are fucking retarded as shit.
Yes.
I don't know why he's talking to me.
I can confirm.
I unmuted you just so I could hear your reaction to that, actually.
Okay. Well, was it much of a reaction that you were looking for?
Did you unmute me yet, lady?
It was more.
I guess so.
Cool.
My guy, you went off to my friend going like, why are you faking screenshots? Why are you faking screenshots?
Hey Loom, you should unmute my cousin. He wants to talk to you. He wants to say something nice.
What's your cousin? Huh?
Fox is Jose.
That's a Zoo.
Oh, sorry, I don't see that person here.
Azur's the red fox over to the right of Cass.
Damn.
I took my retard pills. I cannot see anymore. I'm blind.
Well, that sucks. Okay. So.
I mean, dude, I'm serious.
Is there any proof in Senate of me being a zoophile?
I don't believe so. No, frankly, Vash, I barely see anything about you. Like the only mention I've ever seen of you, was just your call.
Do you believe that that the baby thing is just cursed food? If a carcass is a carcass.
Huh?
What?
Oh wait, are you talking about your conversation with Leo on Twitter, right?
Yes.
Okay, how about we try to tackle this one at a time just to make sense of it. So, you're talking about that specifically in the Twitter. What did Lio Man say to you about you?
Well, I mean, one thing was me being a zoophile.
How?
He had insinuated it by stating, I bet if a dog walked on hind legs that you would see it as fair game.
Could you please
okay.
post evidence of it in drama shit so it's not just we're taking your word for it and you actually
It's
have
on,
citation?
it's on Twitter. I'm
Yo, hold
sure
on.
that
Could you please
can be easily-
link it?
Yeah, link it.
Okay.
Hold on.
I thought I linked it.
Wait, hold
Did you?
on.
Go ahead and link it again if you have, or reply.
Is that Max?
Yes.
Big dick energy for her hopping into Senate, man.
Thank you.
We were just laughing
I'm
in there,
very
like
sick right now. Sorry.
Yeah,
bro.
Not gonna lie, I already knew you were part of Senate, but
Me?
yeah.
I'm not a part of Senate. What?
Max was part of
You're
all
taking your pills
along.
again.
No, Max recently.
The retard pills. Do I
Recently,
have to pull out the retard be gone again?
I kind of think you do because it
But
obviously.
no.
Are you not reading the screenshot that Gallagher sent in the general VC?
What I'm doing is I'm actually passing it on because that is a serious claim that I'm not going to make fun of. And Gallagher isn't here for me to discuss it with him. Simple as that.
Okay.
I'm not ignoring it, Cameron. Relax.
I'm.
Okay.
You think that I'm.
But what's your opinion on it?
Guys, I gotta leave for a little bit. I gotta call. I have a therapist.
All right,
That's fine. That's fine. See
Suck,
ya.
man. No, before I address that.
What's your comment on it?
Let's see. Let's read over them again. Does this conversation happen in the... I think it happened in here, actually. I might be able to just grab it. Having a single IP... Yeah, having an IP address is kind of useless, to be honest.
Huh? I mean, like... Okay.
An IP address, like, it's kind of useless. Like, I could give you my IP right now. It's kind of... You're not going to really get much from it.
Yeah, no,
Lio Man had a... All I see here is Lio had somebody's IP. And not that he was going to post it. If anything, I just see kind of him goading him on, like, where should I post it? Huh?
Okay.
So, I'm cringing. That's about it. It's not really what I expected. Like, when I heard, like, Lio was threatening somebody with it, I honestly expected something like, I'm going to fucking ruin your life. Well, no, sorry. Lio doesn't cuss. He says fuck instead of fuck. I'm going to fucking ruin your life. Oh, man. But no, it's... he doesn't say fack. That's the thing. He says fack. With like an A. It's an F-A-K.
Oh my god.
He's very, very argumentative about the fact that it's not a curse. And I swear to God, we caught Lio Man saying fuck. It counts. Now, it counts. I don't care what you say. It counts. Also, Foxes are right. I think it's 40 something else %. If you're gonna try making transphobic jokes, please try harder. Get your statistics right. I don't like it, but I also don't think it's as extreme as it seemed to be made. If that makes sense, it wouldn't be something I would really
Gallagher's
support.
comment says, "Yep, he was mad I trolled the Senate, so he tried to intimidate me by announcing how's the weather in Dayton, Idaho." Dayton, Idaho, and I was really confused. So I opened up my VPN and saw I was peeing off Dayton and thought, "Oh, this fucker is trying to trace me." Unquote. There you go. This apparently this happened. I don't know. Take that for what you fucking will.
I don't know. Like, okay. Actually, yeah, the fact that it was a VPN makes more sense. So I don't know how it is in the States, but in Ireland, right? If I send you my IP right now, Cass, okay?
Yeah.
You're gonna end up either in, off the top of my head, it's gonna be either Dublin or Limerick. Those are like the two main places it would ping to. It will not ping to where I actually am. It will not.
Well, it's like if
and
you
this goes
ping
for
me,
any
it
IP
shows
I can
up
send
in
you
that.
from any mobile device or anything.
I get where you're coming from, but yes, I know how the IP stuff works. I am someone who's going to school for the cybersecurity shit, so I get you.
Hell yeah.
But I think the only issue I had it was kind of just I think it's a little weird because I know Gallagher is not a zoophile or any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a little weird that like if there's any validity to this, it comes down to it was a moment of people trolling each other or trolling Lio a little bit, and it got to the how are you in this location? And it's like, why even pull that shit? What's the point?
No, I don't fucking see the point. Like, I'm not gonna fucking argue with that. I just don't. Old man, you're cringe for that. And I'm gonna say that to his face. I've called him a faggot to his face. I'll tell him you're cringe.
Yeah, like I get that he's probably got people in here he doesn't like, but it constantly has gotten to territories where it just becomes an aggressive game of just getting angry and starting shit. And I'm just looking at him like, dude, calm down. He's like this, like, and I get it. There will be people who will say shit about Peaches and Lio. There's people who say shit about me in here. I just learned to try to tune it out. I guess my main flaw with some of this drama is that I have hyper tunnel vision when it comes down to my thing. All I want to do is one thing I'm known for, and that's it. And sometimes if something isn't the immediate answer or like an immediate thing that I need to work on, I will just go back to my hyper focused objective. That's how I work. Now, granted, everyone involved in this, including Lio, knows this fact. And there's not a lot of precautions made beforehand or attempts to really try to mitigate that and make the thing clear all the damn time. And I think that's the problem, is that, like, I get it. I'm sure that the Vlad thing can be used as a bit of an L on my part a little bit.
Yeah, but you're honestly, like, you're at least admitting that. I will point that out. You're at least admitting that. Like, don't think I'm gonna be dismissive. Like, I am trying to be fucking reasonable.
However,
good. So I was just tagged in drama. I'm so used to Senate's layout. I have to fucking look for it. I've already actually addressed this. I've agreed with Vash that I do not like this comment. I don't like. I this may be surprising, but I am a furry myself. I know.
Yeah.
Whoa!
If it's
as he said this to you.
Yeah.
Has he said this to you?
No, but Lio has straight up just called it weird.
He has not said this to you.
No, and I disagree with that comment. Yes or not, I disagree with that.
Okay. Yeah, so here let me just clarify real quick. Obviously, I'm not having this conversation with you to try to throw anything on you, obviously. This isn't some conversation where I'm trying to throw evidence over here and be like, yeah, fuck you people. No. I just simply took an opportunity to have a conversation. And I've been a very busy man, so I don't have everything on my deck, as they say, and that's because this conversation is not supposed to be some type of call out for anyone. I'm just here to bring up what I see right now as some of the problems, and that's really about it. If there probably need to be some righteous indignation call out for all the shit, I'm sure that could be handled in a stream or a video or some other gay shit. It doesn't matter.
Honestly, Cass, like, if you guys have any other questions, like, Senate is open. We don't have the open floor like we used to, where people would come in and they could fucking scream. We revamped it. So you know how there used to be like a new guys chat in Senate?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's gone. We have gallery now, which requires you to be like manually muted and unmuted on the server side to actually be able to speak.
Has it really gotten that bad that oh Jesus?
No, it's not even that. It's just more so we have full control over who fucking speaks and who doesn't.
Oh, okay.
And this is specifically just for those very serious calls. So if you do want to come in and like ask questions, like, dude, Senate's open. 100%. Like, just come on in.
I mean, I could pretty much say the same thing with the whole coyote situation, but I'm pretty sure that's already too late for that, considering it's late information. But yeah, I could probably say the same thing.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I already had issues trusting Lio after the coyote stuff, and then this shit happened where a lot of people got hurt who didn't need to, or got accused of some shit. I would say that bridge has been permanently obliterated. As much as people can get mad at me about some of the Vlad stuff, which boils down to me just laughing at the triggered faggot comment and getting completely confused and confounded about how to handle this other extra shit. because of all the weird inconsistencies and screaming involving the whole thing, and my hyper focus on dealing with Yodi. At the end of the day, it is a little bit fucked that all of this happened the way it did, and so. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be joining Senate. Just making that very clear. That bridge is burnt. So no, I'm good. Sorry.
No, that's fair. No, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't call it an invitation, but the door is open if you want to. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, I do want to know something. And this is something that I just remembered. So Pizza mentioned, right, that you had messaged Lio about Lio coming to talk to you, correct?
If I remember right in the conversation, I did throw some shit at him because he was in the server over here to have a more public conversation about what's going on with the peaches and other weird shit that Pizza brought up. Well, I thought was weird at the time. And that was it. He went out of his way to try to instigate, see if he can instigate a GC without me asking for it, and I did kind of chastise him for that because, again, I have trust issues with a lot of people for a while now, so I would prefer conversations like this, so that nothing's misconstrued, everyone can record their piece of the pie, and none of this like.
Wait, you're recording?
No, I'm not recording.
Whoever's recording, send me the recording. Don't be a cuck.
You gotta no. You gotta ask nicely.
Yeah.
Please, please don't be a cuck.
With what?
Yeah, fuck that. I ate the cherries.
That was kind of my thing on it because he said no because on his end because he didn't like the idea. He thought I was gonna like somehow like encourage people to attack Peaches personally, and that wasn't the case. No. Obviously what was going to happen was that I wanted just to have a conversation, and if people are going to be stupid, they get muted. I made that pretty clear about what I wanted to do there. I just wanted to figure out what the fuck was said about that and then move on from it, because honestly, I just wanted to move on from a lot of shit for the last 2 months.
No, the reason I asked is because last I heard, Lio never received any kind of message like that from you about like coming to talk to you.
This was all being handled third party from Pizza, and I'm going to have to chalk it up to the fact that for whatever reason, Pizza wasn't like relaying all the message. Perhaps. I don't know.
Now I'm gonna have to ask you to be quiet for 13 seconds precisely because somebody's after sending me a clip, and I need to know if I need to check if I need to send this to Lio or not.
All right.
Okay, it is exactly what I thought it was. I will have to send that to Lio. No, good taste in memes.
Oh.
Now, Cass, don't take this personally, what I'm about to say. All right, this isn't aimed at you. Hey, Plague, could you unmute for a moment?
Oh my god.
Plague, you okay?
She's in the car.
Oh, by the way, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but there's someone that I do feel is a little bit important to this conversation. Hello, Frisky.
Oh shit! Hello, hi.
Hi.
I know that things have been crazy recently, but I've seen in drama shit some of the responses you've had about people saying stuff to you during this whole fiasco. Can you explain to me what was going on with that, by the way?
What was going on with that? By the way, I had people from the Senate like messaging me on my YouTube videos. Essentially the public one that was just a shit post of Pippa Pipkin with Caswar Fox's like PNG over it, and I had people questioning my sexual assault from the Senate, saying I'm a fucking liar and that I did all this shit for clout. And I know Lio took my Peaches video out of context because there's a big fat fucking disclaimer in the video comments and now in the description that says this is not an accurate timeline video. These are the links that you need to go like to see the whole story, because I made that video kind of like a vent journal, you know. I didn't make it to downright fucking attack anybody. It was literally just to like laugh at the stupid, point at the stupid, mock the stupid.
Okay,
that's what it was. It was all stupid.
So if I could, because again, this isn't me going, you're a liar. I do want to fucking make that clear. Could you avoid making sounds like that, please? I'm
No, I was like taking a sip off my coffee.
That's fair. I'm just asking because it is a sound that does unfortunately cause actual pain to me. So.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Yeah, I have severe misophonia, unfortunately.
Phonophobia here.
So I guess you can.
I think I have
yeah.
that too.
So very high-pitched noises will oftentimes result in actual physical pain.
Oof.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh. So that's why I tend to be pretty upfront about it. Don't think this is me going, you're
fine. You're fine. I get it. I got phonophobia, the fear of like loud, sudden noises. So I physically understand. I could literally have a seizure, like if a fucking truck horn goes by at full blast.
Hey, Frisk, I want to ask real quick because the comments are turned off. Do you still have like anything on the back end of YouTube that still shows these comments?
I mean, I'm pretty sure like I could turn the comments back on, but in drama shit, I did post the snapshots before turning off the comments. I might have to search my name in drama shit, but yeah.
I have an announcement for you, Furski. I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
So, as I was gonna say,
you like knives? I like knives.
I like knives too.
Dude, a cat with a knife is hilarious. You can't fucking tell me not.
Okay, let me read this real quick. Don't mean to interrupt, but I feel like we need to rip the Band-Aid on this one. Was the abuse even real or made up to make people feel sorry for you? I mean, a victim of SA would not act so stupidly like you. Come on, tell us the truth. Was this all a lie?
Could you actually send these to me? Because I do want to know
I'll send it
who
to you in
fucking made these
DMs.
comments.
They're in
Feel
drama.
free. Now,
there's also more people, so I'm gonna search drama shit just so you can get all the shit.
Do. And the reason I'm asking is because I'm not, and I was gonna say this originally. I'm not gonna dismiss what happened. Because again, I haven't seen it. But I was gonna say, if it has happened, I'm sorry. That should not have been fucking said to you. That should not have been said to anyone. And that is something I stand by, regardless of who the fuck it happens to. Such comments should never be fucking made. Now, I do have a small thing about your video. Was there any need to make the sexual comments in that video?
I'm a very abrasive and a very like how to say it, because I literally just woke up. I wasn't expecting to have to fucking do this. But yes, I am a very vulgar person is a word. Like I say that kind of shit on a regular basis to just fuck all anyone. So yeah, like I do apologize for making like the very gratuitous like comments, but honestly it was mainly with like the goatsy comment essentially. That was mainly referring to I hope Peaches would have gotten the same amount of talking to, because if Lio Man is going to show any form of credibility, like not credibility, fucking consistency, I guess, like he would have done the same thing, that Peaches had some misinformation in their video. So why wouldn't Lio be like, hey Peaches, like you fucked up, you made the Senate look bad, here's whatever, like on a silver fucking platter, bend over.
Yeah, no. So I understand that it was set in, I guess you could say anger.
It was very much anger, like I said. Like I linked to even Lio Convoy's video. So
yes, however, I'm sorry. While it may have been said in anger, I'm gonna have to. I still find it extremely distasteful. Like these comments were absolutely unwarranted, and like I know Peaches on a personal level, and honestly, you should be apologizing directly to Peaches, not fucking me passing on an apology, because that was vile.
If Peaches would fucking message me, I probably would, but honestly, I gotta say skill issue. I'm not gonna fucking lie. This is the internet, honey. And I just woke up.
Did I mention anything about you lying or?
No, you didn't. I'm just saying this is the fucking internet. If Peaches wants to directly message me, I'll be more than happy to apologize. Like, but again, I just woke up. Skill issue.
We seem to have a pattern of 3 incidences here which I think is a little bit problem for some of the Lio stuff, which is going at Takashi a little bit on the video, then accusing Vash of somehow implying that somehow he would be fair game to do something to a dog.
Which I disagree with personally.
With the Shota
I've
stuff.
made that vocal.
And then this shit. And I get it. People are angry at each other. I'm sure there's people who just in there who don't like me. That's fine. I don't care. But this is my problem. I don't care if people hate me for some of my tactics. That's not my thing. My issue with all of this drama is that literal good people got fucked over this. Takashi shouldn't have to suffer a panic attack having to deal with that shit over this. He neither should Frisky, neither should even to an extent Gallagher, because he's just some dude. As far as I'm concerned, he's not really implicating or, to my knowledge, justifying anything. This was just unnecessary as fuck. This whole thing. I get it that people got mad at me for the Coyote stuff. Cool, fine. I know what I said there. Granted, I will admit I actually had to re-watch my stream because I had some like weird thing go on where I don't remember half the shit I said.
I get that.
Yeah, I just basically, like, I will be fair, I was planning to handle this a lot better, and then I got handled all this shit last minute, and I just fucking let it rip. That was just where I was at. I had my limits. A lot of it was IRL shit, too. So, like, as soon as this shit happened, it just became a fucking domino effect where I just went absolutely bonkers.
So, sorry.
What's up?
We done? Sorry, I don't mean to cut in here, but I wanted to say something really quick.
Discord crash. God. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna let that play out for a little bit. Shit.
Not necessarily being edgy, but looking at like fucked up shit and kind of laughing at it and going, "Oh boy, wow, this is Loud House Rule 34, right?" I age restricted that video right off the bat.
Yeah.
I was not taking any fucking chances. Here's the deal. YouTube, I've uploaded other edgier content to various platforms, including YouTube. If you are a small channel, and I'm not trying to insult you,
I gotta fix my avatar real quick.
I am not afraid to say I'm baby. I just reached Twitch affiliate. I could care less about YouTube.
yeah. So
Imagine
YouTube,
having a YouTube channel.
gay. YouTube. Yeah, that'd be really, really gay. But YouTube lets a lot worse fly than what Furski said, and I guarantee that the people who were watching the video flagged that video down and it got age restricted because there was no other reason that YouTube would ever even recognize that as age restrictable material when they have let much worse fly on their platform. So I think that, no, that was more of people just kind of going after Furski for taking advantage for some of those comments, which I agree, might be a little distasteful, right? But at the same time, I can also see that they were kind of coming from a very emotional perspective, and I would personally not choose to make those comments towards anyone. But then again, what happened to Furski was also really fucking terrible. Like, holy shit. I never got to say this to you, Furski, but what Coyote said to you was unacceptable. That was disgusting.
Oh,
that was absolutely
Actually,
Yeah.
if I could cut in, Furski,
Mhm.
we were watching the live stream in Senate. Do you want to know what everyone's fucking reaction was?
Oh yeah, I know. They were appalled, so...
No. Oh, no. That's an understatement. We were all fucking yelling.
Yeah.
Again, dare I say, you were all appalled.
Yeah.
Beyond appalled, honestly, because frankly, that was unwarranted, and I'm still livid the Coyote even fucking went off and said that shit to you.
And there's a bunch of comments. I just want to ask real quick because Spunky just uploaded this in the drama shit.
Mhm.
Frisky, is this on your channel, by the way? At one point, it was just the video where all these comments are coming from.
What video? Like, was it the Peaches video? It's still unlisted.
Yeah, I was just. Was it the Peaches video or was it like the shit post you made on me?
Oh, like the comments are from the shit post, like because I unlisted the Peaches video like 24 hours after making it, because that's what I do for all my vent journals. I let it stay public for 24 hours and it gets into the unlisted shadow realm of YouTube.
Let's see. Imagine this coming from someone who quote unquote joked that a victim of sexual assault should get assaulted by authority
saw
figures of theirs. Cute. To think I felt sorry for you when Coyote bashed you in Kaz's stream. Hear you talking about Lyle Convoy to have his way with Hopeless Peaches. You're sick. How odd you changed your stance on the whole victim thing once Fox got the same treatment as Coyote. Be patient, Kaz Warfox has. What the fuck is this?
Like of the comment of like not all victims are created equal.
Yeah,
as a
not
reference
all.
to the Coyote video.
Not all victims are equal. Oh wow. Okay.
I think it's really more of a. I think it's really more of an Animal Farm situation. If anyone's seen that movie.
Oh yeah,
no,
I like
it's,
Animal
it's,
Farm.
It's that. Yeah, all victims are created equal, but some are more equal than others.
Exactly.
Yeah. Honestly.
It was honestly another joke in bad taste, but to be honest, like, again, the whole reason I made that video was I was very emotionally charged and I was really fucking sick and tired of people using my clip of Coyote yelling at me, because that makes me even more involved in this drama than I already, like, more than I want to be, and people have been, like, getting the timeline incorrect here and there, and that kind of caused me to make the Peaches video, because when the entire server watched the Peaches video, I saw my clip, and then I saw, like, some of the fallacies that, like, you know, people pointed out in Peaches' comment section after the fact, and I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I have to get mad. I have to make a fucking vent journal, because, like, I have no one to fucking talk to, and that's what I did. And then 24 hours later, I unlisted it.
Frisky admitted that the video was a shit post before you all jumped. LOL from Nvrth.
I will say, and I don't know if you guys realize, Furski, Cass, you've seen that shitpost Furski made, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do realize it makes you look bad, right?
Oh no, it doesn't. It's literally
it
like
does.
No,
Girl,
Furski.
No, don't
honey.
No, let Furski finish. No, let Furski finish.
Like, the whole thing of, like, you know, Kaz Warfox, the reason, like, I think Pippa Pipkin's, like, statement on the fucking shitpost video, it fits, because that's what we've been trying to say to these, like, sensitive internet babies the whole thing. I'm sorry you fucking grew up in a fucking echo chamber. I'm sorry that you can't handle thoughts or opinions that dare to go against your own. But guess what, bitch? It's the real world. Not everyone has to agree with you.
All right, look.
Can I say what I was gonna say, or am I gonna get cut off again?
No, hold on. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it makes him look bad because you realize that the person that's speaking is losing their fucking mind on video. Right?
Right.
It doesn't really mean anything to me. Lots of people get mad over really inconsequential. People will get emotional and say stuff. A lot of people in this whole thing have been emotional, said stuff. I have said stuff. I had said some pretty mean shit, and I own that. And sometimes I am a fucking asshole, and I will say mean shit. I mean, granted, I go after pedophiles and dog fuckers a lot. The amount of shit they say and do to people is disgusting. Of course, I'm gonna get mad. When I was part of a lot of these ops against predators, I have seen some absolute fucking disgusting shit that had me fucking suffering from panic attack after panic attack after panic attack. This shit is pointless to care about because people will say mean shit. That's the reason why I keep the shitpost server as a shitpost server, because this whole server from the very start of its inception is shitposting. And people got to find the levity in this shit.
Yeah, if I could say one last thing real quick, because I got to eat lunch.
Go ahead, man. Lunch?
So yes, lunch. It's 2 p.m. over here, so it's lunchtime. Yeah, I live in the U.S. By the way, a lot of people don't realize that. No, listen, England is shit, US is shit, every single country in the world is shit. If I could die, it would be so much better.
Yeah, but at least the tea here is good.
Oh god, I don't drink tea. That's okay.
Disgusting. Get out of here. I don't want to hear your opinion. Get out. Go ahead though.
Yeah, sorry. Shit. What was I going to say? Yeah. First of all, Kaz, I can see how people would find it a little in poor taste to have a shitpost server where you hunt down pedophiles. But I mean, what the fuck are people going to do? Are they just going to sit around in a bunch of black suits and pretend to be FBI agents? I'd say that LARPing as a mafia member is objectively better than defending pedophiles, which is what the people that we have gone after have actively and self-admittedly done. And it's kind of odd for people to criticize you, because, okay, let's be frank, the FoxMafia, I didn't realize you people took this so fucking seriously. That's legitimately cringe. Goddamn, touch the grass. But we are all pretending to be cartoon animals on the internet, LARPing as fucking furries as we're hunting pedophiles. Lio is, you are, Coyote was. Every single person here is fucking LARPing. So criticizing one person for that is a double standard, and it's completely idiotic. I own the fact that I am cringe, alright? I own the fact that I'm a little dumb and a little gay, and I laugh at both sides of the situation because both you, Kaz, and Lio are idiots, but so am I. We're all idiots, okay? We all fuck up, we all make some mistakes sometimes. And, I mean, a lot of the shit that was thrown was just... It felt very personal, when in reality the only reason why I am here, and the only reason why a lot of people are here, is because I started with an interest in degenerates. Watching all these degenerates, I thought I could help a little bit. I realized that is really fucking disturbing, and I myself have had, maybe not panic attacks, but like I can scroll through r/crime scene footage and feel nothing at this point, but I have definitely been personally affected by the shit that I've seen doing my little gay offs that ultimately went nowhere, and I'm not doing that anymore because I think it's maybe not the kind of thing that I'm necessarily cut out for. I'm going to continue to make my my stupid little videos where I talk about animation on YouTube, and I'll remain here. I'll probably maybe even join Senate, see what those people have to say. I used to be part of Coyote Lovely server, and I left that recently because fuck all was happening. And but I'm not going to be an active participant in any gay ops anymore. Nothing personal. Nothing personal.
Question.
Just business.
Question.
Yeah.
I think I'm being quite nice here. Are you okay with me bringing someone in?
Sure.
Also, just discuss shit.
Hey.
All right, so I'm gonna generate a link if that's all right with you guys. Or do you want to generate one for me?
Who?
Mon.
Who's that?
Oh lord.
Monster?
I don't want to hear it from you.
Monstress.
Yeah, Monstress.
I didn't
Oh,
ask.
Monstrous. Okay.
Shut up, Cam. You're not part of this conversation.
Good. I'm glad
Keep
you're not.
going. Go on. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, but you okay with me just bringing them in?
I'll create the invite link.
All right.
All right, please do. Just send it my way and I'll pass it on to her.
Thank you, Ash.
It's appreciated, man. Because I can generate a link on my own. I do have the permissions for that.
Well, I
thought
mean,
it'd be
the thing is you guys,
active good
to
faith.
be fair, you guys have decided to raid other people for less, so.
I mean...
Yeah.
You might not know about it, but it is a history.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm trying to act in good faith here by asking, rather than just sending them an invite, is what I'm saying.
All right, real quick, I just want to ask the thing. Was it the Senate versus Kaz Warfox situation in a nutshell, and it's Pika Pig going on rants that you said that was making me look bad or something?
It's less, yeah, because Cass, look at it from the perspective of somebody who isn't in the FoxMafia. It's somebody with your face on it, well, your persona's face at least, screeching their head off.
I mean, to be fair to me, I just thought it was funny because I see it as a shitpost.
Yeah, but it's not one that puts you in a good light. 1 second, let me send her the link. I have
Well,
sent her the link.
The beauty of a shitpost is that it doesn't mean anything to you if you can just take the joke, right?
Yeah. Oh no, dude, I've had several people make jokes at my expense, and frankly, I find them fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm gonna hop out. I'll see people later. If somebody could maybe, if this gets recorded, which I assume multiple people are probably recording, especially in the Senate.
Oh, yeah.
Just go ahead and somebody send me the link. You might have to send me your friend request. Full disclaimer: if you send me a friend request, I will accept it no matter what. So I will talk later.
Don't worry, it'll get there.
I missed you.
Hello.
Hello.
Everyone, I love you.
Hello. Hello. Hi, Lumi. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure to have you.
Hold on one sec. Hello. Okay. So, I just want to make it perfectly clear. I don't have a whole lot of time. I took my lunch break. So, and just so that we're clear, I'm only here to acknowledge Furski right now. If there's anything else, I can address it at a later time. So, just want to make that perfectly clear.
Yeah.
I have my arms open and my chest open. Come here, baby.
Fuck. Wonderful. I'm so glad. That's fucking weird. Okay, so let's make something.
Yell at me.
Let's make
Step on
something
me.
perfectly clear. Don't talk over me, because I will extend the same courtesy to you. That whole fucking rant, that 20-minute long unnecessary rant, was fucking weird, and I don't know why this server allows this whole sex pest nonsense. I don't give a shit that you were venting or that you were upset or whatever, because quite frankly, I have gone at people in Senate for making any kind of joke. In fact, I am the reason that Senate has a no sexual harassment policy, myself and a couple other users. So why the fuck you think that shit is okay is beyond me. Cass should fucking put you down in the fucking dirt for that shit, because it's unacceptable. What happened to this whole, victims are all equal, and Coyote, victims are all equal, and you fucking do that shit to fucking Peaches? That's fucking deplorable. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Why the fuck did you think that was okay? He doesn't give a shit that you're angry. If you're angry, say that you're fucking angry. You don't need to fucking pull that nonsense.
So, if you were to, like, say the exact same things, like, to me and made a video about it, like, of, like, saying that, if you made
What
a video
exact same
about, like,
things?
all that you just said, and then I got fucking mad saying that, like, you were harassing me and shit, like, did that make it? Because honestly, like, that's kind of just what I did.
What exact same things?
What you just said, like, if you condensed all that into, like, a fucking feature-length video, just to, like, spurg at the camera in the privacy of your own home. Like, about a situation. As a vent journalist.
I'm not gonna sit there and write some weird sort of incesty fan fiction about how much I don't like you.
Incesty
That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird, Furski. Who does shit like that? Are you off your fucking meds?
You ever fucking have therapy?
Normal people don't do that shit.
Hey,
Normal
hey,
fucking
hey,
people
hey,
don't do
you're-
that shit.
you're-
normal.
You're already talking over people like 3 times already.
Can someone rename her into Karen, please?
Yeah,
I don't care.
Can we
Feel free, go
please
ahead.
not act childish? I thought this was supposed to be like a more serious
Guys.
thing.
Yeah.
Let's be.
Like, isn't this the
let's be
shit you've been
This
complaining
is
about?
like
Hold
something
on,
you let in
one at a
the
time.
server?
One at a
Wait,
time,
you know,
please.
Can I just say, this is like the shit you've been complaining about the Senate doing. Fucking
Exactly.
changing names and doing shit. So then why are you saying to do that now? That's kind of hypocritical. Can you not do that?
All right, give it a minute,
Mods?
people. Hold on.
Wait, what the fuck did you change? Oh, come on.
All right, hold on,
makes no
hold on,
difference.
hold on. All right,
know,
it's
but-
fixed. All right, there we go.
I understand.
Like, Mon, it's less about makes no difference and more just they want
I
to hold
understand.
themselves above and then they stoop to the level of what they deem
Right.
unacceptable. So
I understand.
That's what's being. Yeah.
I understand.
Go ahead, though.
Yeah, it's already reset.
First, you
It's
were
already
talking.
reset.
Mhm.
There you go. The heck was that?
Furski?
I don't know.
Give them a
Roommate?
minute. Oh, roommate. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Are you not? Okay. Well, okay. The fact of the matter is, Furski, you can dislike somebody. No one's going to sit there and argue that. But to sexually harass somebody for 20 fucking minutes is
How is it
ridiculous.
sexual harassment? I wasn't.
You
the
sat
fuck?
there and went into gratuitous detail about Like, I shouldn't even have to repeat it. You are describing fucking Lyo's barbed lion cock for crying out loud. That's fucking gross. Gaping
Yes,
somebody's
because
asshole,
Lyle-
fucking
because they barbed
gross.
Fox.
You're not a part of this conversation. I said I was here specifically for Furski. The only one who should be interrupting is Cass, maybe.
Wah.
Furski can speak for themselves.
Small thing.
Wah, wah.
Mon, Fox Azure has just been like spouting like transphobic shit at me, trying to rile me up. Do yourself a favor, just do what I did. I fucking muted them on my end.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do it,
and I'm calling them just to piss them off even more.
Okay.
Yeah, because unlike you, I don't get bent out of shape about pronouns
Furski.
despite this shit, stupid woman.
Anyway.
Furski?
I'm waiting for them.
Give them a minute. It's probably
Yeah,
just
let them
someone
have their
bothering them.
conversation, please.
I'm here. I'm still listening. I'm just muted.
Oh, there you go.
I'm waiting for you to explain yourself. Like, are you
I have
incapable
explained
of
myself.
venting?
Did you not like read the comments of my description that it was a vent video meant for therapy? Like, so that way I wouldn't like, have to fucking blow up on somebody. I literally made that video just to get some shit off my chest. Like the
Can I-
gratuitous
So-
sexual violence, like, and everything. Or high impact sexual XXX fucking violence. Like, literally, I explained. I am a very vulgar, very gratuitous, very, very colorful language type of person. Like, I don't see that as sexual harassment. And if, like, Peaches saw it as sexual harassment, then I'm fucking sorry. But honestly, I would rather Peaches come here and, like, fucking talk to me personally and demand an apology rather than, like, you little fucking fuckers, like, coming in here and being like, Furski, oh my god, I'm gonna clutch my pearls. You should feel bad about what you did, honey. Oh my god.
Can I? One sec. I gotta step in here. Furski, I've been fucking respectful to you. I've been trying to fucking keep my head level around you. I'm trying to be nice to everyone here.
Well, I'm fucking
So I
mad.
appreciate-
You told me to say when I'm mad, so yeah, I'm mad.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you right now that, quite frankly, I'm a pretty vulgar person usually, right?
Oh, I'm vulgar
like-
all the fucking time, man. Like, I don't
Yes. Well, yeah, but keep in mind that I am trying to come in here cordially.
Here.
No,
Well,
I am
hold on.
not. I'm trying to
Jimmy,
explain
hold
myself,
on.
but you keep constantly cutting me off. So I appreciate the fact that you're incapable of call etiquette. 10 out of 10. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm pretty fucking vulgar myself. However, never in my life, even in anger, have I gone on a goddamn rant about somebody and their adopted fathers fucking going into this ancestral sex bullshit out of anger. And quite frankly, I find that a bit disturbing that was your first fucking approach.
And that's the thing. When all of us sat in that call, when Coyote was getting rightfully reamed, we all sat there and were screaming in text chat about how you were treated, Furski. We lost our fucking shit at how you were treated.
I don't care. I appreciate that, but I don't care. I have
Can you
adopted
please stop
internet
cutting
kids
me
too.
off? Please, I'm begging you to stop cutting me off. The fact of the matter is, what I'm trying to convey to you is, even if you weren't part of Cass & Co., we would still, if someone did the same thing to you, we would still be pissed. So why you feel it's necessary to do that to Peaches, I'm not even here on Peaches' behalf. I'm here because what you said, it could have been anybody. I still would not have been okay with it. It could have been anybody in Senate. But the fact that you said it to somebody in Senate pisses me the fuck off. Because it was so unnecessary. I'm a vulgar person. You can look at my profile. It literally says friendly neighborhood degenerate. I use fuck in every other sentence, for crying out loud, all the time. But I still would never allow that, ever. Why do you do that? Why do you allow yourself to write things like, say things like that? You can vent, you can hate somebody, but to convey sexual harassment, to say things like that? Under what circumstances? I don't give a shit what everybody else does in the server, Furski. That's not okay. You know this, I know this, everyone under the sun knows this. I don't give a shit like what you fucking believe, this gratuitous fucking Quentin Tarantino-esque bullshit, whatever you're fucking repeating. It ain't cool. You fucking know this.
Okay,
I'm sure
Mommy,
everyone
I'm
else here knows
sorry.
this.
I'm sorry, mommy. Do I need to go in the corner now? And put my nose in there for 20 minutes?
That's just
I'm so
mildly
sorry,
inappropriate,
mommy.
Furski.
The fact that Cass hasn't put your fucking face in the dirt is just astounding, Cass. How do you allow this? That's what I want to know. Because
I mean,
Laya would
you're
be
treating
fucking
me
embarrassed
like
if I allow this shit.
Well, as
You're
far as I
treating me
see it,
like I'm your fucking responsibility, guys.
No.
There's been a lot of shit said about me from quite a few people for years. I just kind of learned to just tune it out or just laugh.
So just so I understand, so Cass, you find that even though this individual's in your server, you find this behavior entirely okay to sexually harass other people. I just want to know. I just want to hear from you.
Sexually harass how?
Spending 20 minutes ranting about some weird incesty fan fiction, going into gratuitous detail. I'm asking you.
That is fiction between
That's
two.
that's a fucking fan fiction. Did they go in DM and just go, "Ooh, woo, send me your barbed cock"?
You don't
dick
have
pic."
to do that. You don't have to do that, Cass, to sexually harass somebody. But this isn't the first person who's done that. Pizza fucking did it. Furski's fucking done it. I've listened to Vash do it. There's multiple people in the server who have done it.
Hey,
To
Vash?
multiple people from Senate.
Hold on, Vash, are you there? I have to ask him.
What's up?
So Monstress is saying you sexually harassed people.
I've sexually harassed people.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you do?
Multiple people. I've seen the things that you guys have called people here from Senate. It's not hard. Or people who are in Senate or done stupid gay apps in Senate or whatever the fuck it is. It's not hard. I just want to know why. Like, is it super thrilling? Is this all the attention that you guys get and this is what you guys do?
No, I find it hypocrisy, genuine hypocrisy in Lioland, and I laugh at it.
I don't. Okay, can you elaborate?
Okay. Let's see here. There is a recording where Lio Man was defending Coyote's FA following, or the people that he was following on FA, by saying, well, maybe he had this filter on and didn't see this.
How's that sexual
hindsight,
harassment?
hold on.
Okay.
Hindsight turns out that it was true. Now, the thing is with me, do you believe me to be a zoophile?
Do I believe you specifically? Do you possess zoo porn?
No.
Do you fuck animals?
No.
Do you like feral art?
No.
Okay, then probably I would wager probably not, but I'm not in your head, so I can't make that determination.
Okay. Well, in drama shit, if you'd like to look, there was a deal where Lio Man himself had decided to say that he thinks that if I were to see a dog walk on hind legs, then I would see it as fair game.
Okay. I don't have any context for that. So if you have issues with that, that's something that you need to.
Now, now there are quite a few different things that I've said as well. I personally don't believe that everyone should be, overly, like, I've even told people in here, like, whenever they try and do that type of shit where they're like, dude, you're the fucking main blah 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 blah. I'm like, dude, like, we're all just people. Like, yeah, I try and help coordinate stuff, but ultimately, if you look at the logs on Senate, I haven't really been in Senate. And yet I hear a lot of things from Senate about me for some reason.
About what?
And then
What
that
about you?
got me curious originally, and then I hear something about Vlad doing stuff, and then I decided to discuss it with Vlad, and I was like, hey, like, what the fuck? And he was like, "Yeah, it's a dude fucking a rotisserie chicken." And I was like, "Okay, why would you post that?" But the thing is, if I and Cass are being blamed for everyone in this server, why can't Senate take the same brunt of their server?
Vash, what does this have to do with sexual harassment?
Baiji. Baiji.
What about Baiji?
Dolphins.
Are we really back
Why
on?
are you coughing so much, Cass? Get some water.
I know, I should
Why-
get some water. I'll be right back.
I'm pretty sure
Well,
this
yeah,
is
I
like
mean-
the 7th or... Go ahead.
Senate has enforced that rule recently.
That's from
So
one
I'm pretty sure this has been like the 9th time the dolphin comic, maybe the 10th time. I swear to God, if I'd taken a shot every time, I'd be dead of alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
But if we're bringing up the dolphin comic again, like after it was, I guess, brought up to Lio, and I don't know how much Lio or Lumi here or anybody has brought it up or said anything, but Baiji got reamed for that pretty hard. And it's not a secret that he got reamed for it really hard. And how bad it looked on the mod staff for allowing that to happen. So I'm not really sure that you can compare. I'm not.
Hey, to be honest, that was in the general VC already. I did
Bro,
not take that.
bro, what the fuck did I just walk back into?
Good job, Cameron, you fucking retard. Now delete it. You
Yeah.
made your point.
What did I
Smart
do?
ass.
All right. Nope. No, that's not allowed in the server.
Yeah, I deleted
Wait,
it.
what's
thanks.
going on? Wait, what's going on?
I have no idea.
Cameron
Cass,
was a
could
little bit
you-
retarded.
A little bit?
Very,
a lot
very
retarded.
retarded.
I'm very retarded.
Thank you. I'd like to also just a small break. I'm just posting our DMs, my DMs with the Foxes are here. Just
to do it too.
This is the shit you guys are like allowing to happen.
having
Like
fun,
I
so
just think
much
it's funny.
Hmm.
I just find that a bit funny.
What's you
Oh,
doing?
did they say
Fox?
something?
What are you doing?
Did they say something?
Having a
I didn't
blast.
hear that.
That's what I'm doing.
All right.
Like I'm just
Well,
saying,
I mean,
this is the spur of your house in there.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but we're not going to fucking get rid of every person in the server that says mean words.
I
know
hate
you
to
would
break
really,
it to you,
really
but
like
you.
that.
I hate to break it to you, but you get rid of them as soon as I put them in the corner of a screenshot.
And also, that's not even the point. Nobody gives a shit if people say mean words. Like,
Oh my god. Okay, so I said mean words and you take it as sexual harassment.
you
okay,
didn't say mean words. You were just a cunt. Not just
Didn't
not
we
just a
just go
cunt,
through a
but like
whole segment
a
of this
weird-
conversation?
a
that
weird
I mean-
incesty cunt.
Hold on. I just need to clarify. We already had like a huge, weird section of this conversation where a Peppa, how do you pronounce that VTuber's name, meme somehow made me look bad because of all the autistic screeching about shitposting. And like, it's hard to take that seriously because that's a relatively harmless little gag and meme. And this is getting conflated as everything's being like, oh, well, this makes you look bad, or this makes you look bad. This feels like grasping for straws.
Cass, I have no idea who you're referring to.
Well, I guess that's because you didn't pop in to see that one. This is like previous conversation just before you got here. I guess.
I made
It
I
is
made a
little
small
bit-
comment about the fact that that shitpost made him look bad rather than good because the fact that that person was screeching their head off and it turned into a whole discussion.
Was that okay? Sorry, I'm not privy to everything that happens. So, yeah.
It's a sort of general royal, just in the server conversation in general. I'm still trying to figure out like what the fuck is this? The point of it all is. It seems like it's been jumping constantly from everything.
Right.
My thing is, there's been plenty of times where people will say some pretty fucked up shit. I don't think that means that having it in a server where people will agree or disagree with it or say something about it if they have a problem with it is necessarily endorsing it. At all, unless it was a specific case where, let's say, okay, this is just a example, not a real thing. let's say if Pizza decided to show his dick pic to a random person or harass somebody for sexual stuff, right? Would he be gone from the server for doing that? Yeah, he would be gay baby jailed and verbally beaten black and blue for that, because at that point, that's not even the dumb flirtatious shit he does. That's going an extra mile. And at the same time, if he was being even more persistent on that, it would even be more beatings over it. So that's at least my thing on it. All this like, oh, well, you said this about Peaches. Okay. Plenty of people from both sides, my server, Senate, made plenty of jokes at my expense. I've had some very interesting stories of things happening to me involving Lio's barbed cock as well. I just laugh it
From
off
Senate?
and move it on. No. Here in this server, for example.
Okay.
I did.
But that's. Go ahead. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
Yeah. As far as I see it, my way of dealing with that is I just laugh it off and move on. I just can't. I can't take it seriously. I just can't. If
I
this was-
understand that. Sorry, I keep thinking you're done. I apologize.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. I understand what you're saying, but if that was somebody from Senate who had made those comments, that person's not just going to get beaten like verbally, black and blue in Senate. They're going to get thrown out of Senate. If someone from Senate had made a video about you, for example, Cass, saying that shit, or Bash or Furski or anybody in this server saying any of the things that Furski had said, they would have immediately been thrown out of Senate, because that shit is fucking deplorable. And we've gone at server members for implying shit of that nature, because it's not acceptable, because sexual harassment is not acceptable. And I know it's kind of tee-hee ha-ha, it's just a joke, but it's not funny. Like, I don't know what the fuck everyone else has to fucking deal with here, but I see that shit. I see the personal impact of that shit nearly daily. And
Okay.
it fucking hurts people. Like, actually emotionally impacts people.
I mean,
I see that shit in person daily.
I will say I occasionally make these kind of jokes as a self-cope, because I am a victim of SA and all that kind of jazz. I was at a part of my life where I was actually chronically suicidal for like 6 years because of that, and still am today.
Okay. So, small thing, I think should be brought up. It's one thing to make these jokes to cope and like doing them towards yourself, like, amongst people you trust and like are safe around. That's one thing. It's another when you do it towards somebody you don't fucking speak to at all. You're not familiar with them. Like, you're just complete strangers. That's a whole. They're very separate. You know. Like,
furthermore. Oh God, sorry.
I can see the difference, but this is a shitposting server.
Shitposting or not, man, if you're incapable of making jokes without making some kind of like sexual statement about someone, that's kind of pathetic.
Okay, well, there is a problem I do have with this argument, because so we're talking about jokes. My problem with the recent stuff was I was flat out accused of some things that didn't make any sense. For example, somehow holding the Zerkalo video from November, which in actuality I didn't post anything about that because Lio told me not to. In fact, one of the screenshots in that video on the top right corner section had that, which was pointed out in my server by a bunch of people when they screenshot it, that we did have a conversation where as long as I didn't post or talk about it or any of that crap, that I was okay to see that recording. I held to my word. I was somehow accused of withholding information.
Okay.
I was somehow accused of a lot of some random stuff. I was accused of somehow being complicit in stuff, and Takashi was accused of a story that was completely the opposite of what actually occurred to him. So, as far as I'm concerned, there's already several degrees of past jokes. We're getting past the joke part. And as far as I'm concerned, Vash has also been accused of somehow with what was it again, Vash?
Oh, that I would want to bed with a fucking dog.
Now, here's my thing on this. I might be more receptive to understand. I do understand a little bit of where you're coming from here, but I'm not receptive to it because I had a lot of shit thrown at me about my character that didn't make a lot of sense and was just not congruent to what genuinely occurred. And until that's taken care of, I'm not inclined to listen about how I operate with my server. I'm already trying to fix its problems in different ways. But I'm not going to sit here and take this on board when all of this shit was said about me without any real clarification. Now, that's it. Like, granted, yeah, I've said I'll take some of the L for the Vlad stuff. It was a situation of hiring mods when we were having a growing server and didn't have the chance to vet every little thing possible. Shit happens. However, to accuse people involved for being zoophiles when they're not, for example, Takashi, or being complicit in that shit somehow, that was wrong. Attacking Frisky and saying that potentially their rape wasn't real is wrong. Implying that Vlad would fuck a dog is wrong. I'm sorry, but I'm not backing down from this one.
So I'm gonna remind you, Cass, that I'm only here to address the sexual harassment. I'm not here to address literally anything else because I just do not have time.
Well, you already addressed it, so you can leave now.
Okay, well, fuck you. I didn't ask you, so you can be quiet, or I can just mute you. Either one.
Fuck's sake.
So anyway, Cass, do you find? Actually, no. Who's the one that mentioned that they were an SA survivor?
B.
What was your name? Who?
North.
Oh, North.
North. Okay, North. Thank you for telling me that's how you say that. So North. I understand that you're an SA survivor. In fact, there are plenty of people, I'm sure, between both servers who are. I'm going to point out to you that while this server may be a shitposting server, and in some cases Senate is as well, do you think, and tell me give me your honest opinion, do you think that making jokes like that about people, do you honestly think that making those jokes is what's going to help get you through the day when you're having flashbacks like that? Like, people you don't even know.
Well, here's the thing. Different SA victims' experiences very different material things that people can't really comprehend in the first place. Like, every SA victim has a different experience of some sort of.
Well, every trauma victim does, yeah.
With trauma and all that. Like, for example, I know a certain friend of mine who was also SA'd. They were in the process of having to deal with listening to music.
Oh, right.
While I, on the other hand, I technically just try to ignore it and laugh it off. I know it kind of sounds fucked, but it's something that my mind has a different, completely different structure to how I think of certain ways. And not only that, it's something that most of the SA victims technically deal with once it comes to having to deal with trauma that has to deal with certain aspects of what happened to them. And that's something...
Sure.
Yeah, and that is something that we can't really blame them for, especially when they have the absolute right to joke about it in their own circle.
I want to bring up real quick, Monstress. Have you ever been a victim of this thing too? Like, what's going on with this? I'm curious.
Have I ever been a victim of sexual assault?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Yes, actually.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I have. Yes, unfortunately. Yes.
It is unfortunate for anyone to experience that. I'm sorry.
It is.
How I see it is that a lot of people in this community, because even though I am busy, and Lyle Man has too, I don't disagree with that. I've had plenty of conversations with. Yes.
I do have a small question, if you don't mind.
Hmm.
It is straying from the topic, unfortunately, but this is something that I saw in a comment under Lyle's video.
Yeah.
Is it true that you gave Azure Fox, the person spurging out in my DMs right now about my fucking identity? Which I'm posting screenshots live to it, and none of you are doing anything about this. Perfect example of the server.
What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry.
How are you not seeing the shit I'm posting in the general VC chat?
Is it general VC?
Can you just
That's one. So let me ask the question though. Is it true that you gave this person Pizza's number?
No.
No.
Mm-hmm. Just wanted to ask.
I've never asked Pizza for his information. In fact, he has just randomly blurred out his information in front of everyone in the server, and I made a mental note not to just pay attention. Unless you are confirmed to be a monster, like a pedo or a dog fucker, if you give me your information, chances are I will do everything possible to just ignore it. Now, I've never asked for his phone number. He's never given me his phone number.
Mm-hmm.
And if he really wanted to prove me wrong, he can prove the screenshot. He's been saying that stuff, and I've been telling him, dude, no, I do not do that. No. So no, I do not do that shit. Now,
Okay.
my thing
So
is, if I have your information and you're doing some shady shit, I don't send it to people. I send it to the fucking cops. That's it.
Hmm.
I don't play these games. I don't want to. I don't like to. I don't even threaten this shit. I don't threaten anyone's shit. I just simply do my job, and that's it. Now, here's the thing, Monstress.
Mhm.
A lot of people in here have been victims of stuff. If they have a problem, they can answer that to me. So far, a lot of the people in here that have admitted to the fact I've had something to them generally don't care about what goes on the server. Because here's the thing. Even I've been through that shit. I've just learned to deal
hold
with
on.
it.
Hold on. Let me push back on that. How do you know that those people don't have an issue and they're just not saying it?
Because I try to have actual conversations with people. There's no threats involved. There's no or them. I don't do that.
Sure.
I have plenty of genuine conversations with people in here.
Sure. And I understand that. I'm not going to argue that. I'm obviously not in your server, and I don't talk to like anybody really in your server. But as somebody who works with plenty of people, who has been the resident, whatever the fuck the resident quote unquote therapist, I guess, in Senate and has been for years, who has done my job for 10 plus years actually, I will push back and say that it doesn't matter how nice you are. Sometimes it doesn't matter how genuine you are, the kind of friendships you have. There are going to be people who are never going to open up about their discomfort. There are going to be people who are never going to feel as though the space that they are in feels comfortable enough to admit that what goes on in their server or the people around them, they're never going to admit that the things that they feel aren't okay. And this is why I believe Lumi earlier stated that we actually stand Gallagher's comment on bandwagoning, because so many people are willing to say, oh yeah, you know, fucking Cass is the best and Cass, la 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 la. But there's always going to be one quiet person in the background who's like, yeah, fuck Cass, but I'll stay in his server. And we've had that in Senate too. And so I'm going to push back on that and say that there are probably a number of people who will never admit that the things that are said in this server they don't like. And I get that, you know, Cass, that your guys are like, pro victim. But I'm going to wager that there are a lot of things that are said in the server, and if there are victims in here, that those victims don't like it and they don't feel comfortable saying anything because of the people that say that or say those things. And to put a pause on that and address Nvrth really quick, Nvrth, I understand that every victim has the right to cope. However, I shouldn't say they have every right, but victims will cope how they need to cope in order to deal with the trauma and the abuse. And I understand that given the field that I work in, and the field that I have worked in for a number of years and my educational background. I'm going to push back on what you're claiming though, because I can assure you that not every coping mechanism is a good coping mechanism for every victim. And I'm not saying that every coping mechanism is necessarily invalid, but certain coping mechanisms will result in exacerbating trauma.
My video is a cope.
Nobody asked you, Furski. Anyway, and it will result in creating more problems down the line.
I can't focus if anybody's speaking. I'm sorry.
All right.
okay.
Well, see, I'll answer it like this. Frisky, Nvrth, Do you even disagree with some of the edgy humor in here? Yes or no?
Honestly, most of the time I don't, because honestly, like, it always could be worse, but most of the gratuitous, like, shit in here, like, it doesn't affect me, because I grew up with this culture. I'm honestly just gonna say it, I'm not, whatever color pilled is, like, pilled, whatever, nowadays, like, I'm honestly, I'm a fucking ally, but honestly, like, you know, fucking, I let people, they shit in their bed and they lay on it. I don't tell them to roll around in their own shit. Like, you know, I don't throw them out of their own bed. I let them bury themselves.
All right. How about you, Vash? I know what you've been through. Won't get into it, but what do you think?
I believe that, and yes, Monstress, if you didn't get the hint, I was also a victim at one point.
Sure.
I believe that anyone should be able to have the right to express themselves. Now, how they express themselves as an individual, yes, they should be held accountable individually.
Sure.
Now,
To an extent,
with
yes.
Furski, like, am I going to giggle at that a little bit? Yeah, a little, because you know that's kind of how I try and deal with that myself, because the thing that I went through was rather dark.
Sure. But that's not, but to push back
And
on that,
I'm not
Go ahead.
excusing Furski.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I let her speak for herself. But for me personally, the humor of this server is for this server.
But this wasn't posted in the server. This was posted on Furski's YouTube. And so
Yeah,
this isn't even in the
part,
confines.
that
So
that
this,
part for that humor, I believe that, you know, does she have the right to post it? Yeah. Is she free to express it? Yes, just as you are free to react to it.
so, but to go back to what North is saying, North agreed that, or North stated that how one expresses that trauma within the confines of the people around them is agreeable. This was not within the confines of the server. This wasn't in the confines of a group of friends. This was out in the public, knowing
I
that
do
there are
agree.
consequences for one's own actions.
I do agree with you there, but what I'm saying is she has the freedom to express it just as we have the freedom to react to it.
So someone has the freedom to sexually harass somebody else.
No.
Regardless.
We have the freedom of expression. We have the freedom to express whatever we want on YouTube. And at that, other people can also express however they wish that way as well.
Correct.
People literally
well-
get chewed out here for all kinds of shit. They don't see
I
how
understand.
this is really a problem.
Like for example, one of the things that I've been consistently beat over the head about with the 2 gigabytes or 2 terabytes or 2 megabytes of whatever, and clearly I'm also a zoophile for this. On Twitter for the past 2 days, which by the way, hilarious. I've I've been laughing the whole time. But they decide to accuse me of all of these different things, and the thing is I do it back. You know, one of the things that I've done is debate Lioman over being a furry. That is a very simple debate, and he gets so goddamn angry about it.
Okay.
I know that I know that you're saying that, but I think Lyle gets called a furry all the time in Senate.
Okay, but does he ever accuse anyone or insinuate that anyone likes to fuck dogs?
In Senate, only if they've actually fucked dogs or been, if there's proof that
Okay.
they've fucked dogs.
Well, then what does that paint me as?
Have you fucked dogs?
No.
Do you plan on fucking dogs? Do you have? I mean, again, we're circling
No.
back.
None of
So
it.
then you
That's
have my
the whole
answer.
thing.
My answer is the same as before.
I get all of that, but the thing is no, there is no record of me wanting to fuck a dog. There's no record of me wanting to do anything in that way.
Okay. So then on that account, then you and I agree that you are more than likely not somebody who's a zoophile. But to detract from that, the definition of sexual harassment encompasses people, like the actual legal definition of sexual harassment encompasses people. Huh?
What would you say is a baby doll, arms and legs and a head on a chicken body that
Are we
is
going back to that
stuffed full
picture?
of hot
That's
dogs?
such weird cursed food. I'm gonna tell you, I hate cursed food. I can't look at it. It squicks me out
Well,
so fucking hard.
I mean,
So
I
I'm not
see,
the person.
honestly, I see that as more heinous than just as a victim of SA, and I'll go
Sure.
ahead and say 8 years old
Sure.
was whenever
Okay.
mine happened.
Mm-hmm. So child SA.
As a victim of that, would you see that as funny? Because I don't see the comedy. Is it the hot dogs that's stuffed inside of the little baby body? Is that funny?
I don't find cursed food to be funny at all. So I'm not sure
Well, I
that
mean,
I'm
would you see any comedy in that? Would you see that as being acceptable inside of the Senate?
as you being triggered. Sir, you have
No.
I apologize for being pedantic.
My question is that allowed to go? Because clearly I'm offended by it. I'm
If
offended
someone
by
were
someone else's expression.
So if someone were to let's say that happened, right? Like let's say that gets posted right now and someone were to at me and send it and be like, Monstress, I really don't like this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna delete it. If a mod were to even if a mod were to post it, I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna delete it. So, but I think in that regard, I think I'm a little bit more I was gonna say I'm a little bit more empathetic than the other mods, but I'm a little bit more like not as cursed as some of the other mods. So,
Well, I mean, do you see that as acceptable though? Is what I'm asking.
Posting it, like just the image in general, I'm a little like
Having the image in the fucking server.
I understand what you're asking me. I
mean,
don't like cursed
where's
food.
the comedy in that?
I don't
Where's
find
the comedy in that one?
Vash, I'm trying to answer your question. I don't find it funny, but there's a lot of things that get posted in Senate I just don't find funny.
Okay,
that I'm
well,
gonna let it slide anyway.
there's a lot of things that are posted here and on YouTube that I don't find funny.
Sure, but that's you're kind of comparing apples and oranges here. If you're comparing your CSA to that image and you were to sit there and say, Monstress, I don't like this because it triggers some trauma in me, I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna delete the image. So
then that's your problem.
You're not gonna get through with this, Mon. I'm gonna be fucking blunt here.
I mean, no.
Vash, one sec. Vash, please. Mon, I hate to break to you guys, I agree with Mon, but that's because we have carrying around the same circles and I have a very similar outlook on sexual harassment. Mon is somebody, for example, we had inappropriate comments being thrown at me, and Mon was quick to react to it. Mon reacts like that to anyone receiving those kind of comments. And I'm the same way. I find them disturbing. Yeah, it's an equal thing. If it happened in here, Mon would react the same way. Mon has a strong moral compass like that, and I stand behind that. Furski, I find what you did deplorable. I don't give a shit if it was a vent video. I find it deplorable. But I know you're not going to fucking listen to me. Because you're just not. Because you're
I'm not
just
the type
not
of person
interested.
to pander to people. Like,
It's
if it
not
triggers
pandering.
Peaches, if it triggers Peaches, then like I have the video unlisted for a reason. Just like tell people not to post the link in the Senate. Like I haven't like posted the link here like anymore. So I honestly don't know what the problem is. If people keep posting it in Senate, then just do as you say. Delete the link, delete the message. Tell people to stop talking about it.
Because it's and I feel like this is the same conversation we literally just had with pizza the other day. It doesn't matter whether anyone in Senate likes somebody. If it were to happen to somebody we didn't like, we would still go to bat for that person for the exact same
I'm
thing.
just gonna go because honestly, like,
Okay,
I'm
bye.
tired of dealing
Bye.
with this.
Hold on, Frisk.
What?
Hold on.
What?
So, I'll allow everyone to unmute themselves and say something in favor of what the server does. Say aye, or nay, if you don't.
Aye.
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 Dose.
Problem solved.
Oh, Moo, did they leave? Oh, wait.
Bruh.
What's going on?
See, at the end of the day, I talked to Frisk, Nvrth, Vash, and a lot of other people in here. They've been more than open about their experiences. And so, to me, their opinions on this carries weight for that reason. I cannot assume all the time that whatever I do is deplorable for someone else because it gets in the way of my work to be able to do it. And as much as that you may get angry about that or dismayed, I get it. You come from the whole, I have a job in psychiatry. I get it. I went to at least some schooling for the 101 section of that. I know some of what you're talking about. But this isn't a therapist room.
Doesn't have to be a therapist. Basic human empathy. It's not psychology 101. That's just being a person. That's just being human.
How is it not empathy to let people have a conversation with them one-on-one about this and try to weigh the results of this?
Cass, how many people do you have in the server?
Quite a lot of them.
I don't see all of those people being asked.
They
That's
they
not
can ask,
the point.
Oh my god.
They can ask me in any way they want. DMs, publicly, doesn't matter.
I
That
literally
doesn't
just
change
explained
anything.
why some people wouldn't.
And
If you
no,
took psychology 101, then you would understand
We're
why those
going
people
in
are going
circles.
to.
Yeah,
They are
Yeah,
going
pretty
to.
much.
the point
Okay,
is, it's cringe to talk about that because we aren't in psychology, are we? We're not in a therapist room. We're not shrinks.
But you claim
in a
to care
Discord
about
server.
victims so much, Cass.
Because I
You
talk
claim
about
to care
Hold
about
on,
victims.
Monstress. No. There's a rule that says this isn't your safe space.
No. You have to be willing to deal with some stuff, and if it's too much, I will have a conversation. That's fine. I'll have to see what I can do. But there isn't much else I can do in a server about people who need or want to shitpost. And as far as I'm concerned, I talk to plenty of people who have admitted in here that they're sexual assault victims or different forms of trauma. And since it's generally never been a problem or brought up as one, what would be the point?
Well,
If
you're
it
more
is,
than, like willing to listen to people. Like if they like say, hey, this image like offends me, this image like triggers my trauma I've fucking been through, we will delete it. Like it's just we haven't had that problem because honestly, no one has come to us like information as of yet. And the only like people that have been complaining are mainly Senate. All I have to.
Okay.
I can't hear what you're saying. You're breaking up.
Yeah, Furski, you're cutting out.
got out last minute, but I basically made it out as the only people making a big deal about this seem to be Senate.
Honestly,
Am I correct?
I've said it already. I don't think there's a point in this conversation. Nobody's going to agree with each other.
No,
I've already
I've
said my
made that
opinion
pretty
on
clear
it.
for years. I've been involved in this shit for a long time. I've seen a hell of a lot worse.
Cass, I'm
I
sorry,
have-
but
the fact that the measurement is it could always be
I did everything I
But
fucking
hold on,
could, and that's
because
how I'm going to respond.
Cass, you having made it clear for years makes no relevance to me because, and I hate to break this to you, the only time I've ever heard of you was after the Coyote shit.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, I don't think anybody's going to agree with each other in this call. People have different morals. I have a moral standard of don't talk anything sexual without consent, but that's too much for some people. And now, Cass, I'm going to point it out, I think for the 4th or 5th time now, FoxMafia is spurging out in my DMs. They've stopped now, luckily. I've pointed it out multiple times, and I was trying to see if you guys would notice, if you guys would react. And I got.
Yeah, I did react, but there was a bunch of jumble of audio.
They react, they just don't care.
But yeah, but no, like I'm just pointing that out, right? I just want to see how you guys would react, and
well, the thing is
standard
he doesn't care about our reaction. He's going to
Yeah,
do it anyway, and at that point, I would say just block him.
So Vash, see, that's the difference between me and you. When I know there's somebody in my server that is doing shit like that, I remove them. Meanwhile, you guys are going out of your way to keep them around. So frankly, I think that says plenty about the type of place this is. Mon,
Alright, go try to hear your fucking
Shut up,
sleep,
Furski. Nobody's talking to you. Mon, there's no point in continuing this.
Sure.
We're better off just.
Bye, Felicia.
All right, bye. Go make another sexually charged vent video.
Nah, I won't.
Have fun with your fanfic.
Bye-bye.
Oh my god.
Have a good one, Sparks. Oh, actually, before I go, Cass. Because it's tradition. You're a faggot.
Oh my god, oh yeah.
Oh my word.
Oh god.
Wow.
Like, holy shit. My god.
That was interesting.
I
Alright,
bet
I'm
they're going to
unmuting.
raid our server now.
Everyone can unmute.
Bro, they really
They're
think
gonna raid our server. I can fucking smell it coming.
they got the invite. So
Yeah, they are.
I'm pretty
No, they got
No.
a single invite.
Yeah,
from me.
it's a one use.
So I know that they kind of left because I know that I was about to make a counterpoint to what they were saying about Fox. There's plenty of trans people in here that don't have a problem with half the shit that's being said, and if they did, they have the right to say something about it or chew people out over it. Plenty of them have. So, that's not an argument. And towards me, okay, it's whatever. This really feels like another game.
They basically did a hit and run.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
like, I fucking trust the FoxMafia a lot more than I'd ever trust the Senate, because as I posted the logs on Lio right after the fucking cat video, where they claimed that they were screaming at the screen and everything, and like defending me and shit, like, I told Lio to fuck off. I told him, like, hey, I don't trust you, I'm not interested in you, and Lio was like, let me know if he does any because I will do it. I will take care of it. And I'm like, bro. And then he's like, oh, by the way, is that Care Bears? And I'm like, please leave me alone.
yeah, that was very manipulative. Like, I understand that you don't want me to talk to you. By the way, is that Monstress as your picture? Do you want to talk about it? No.
Monstress was like, Monstress was like, Nvrth agreed. Like, no. Nvrth stated. Like, that was like almost strawman behavior.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love how, like, they fucking had, like, that monstrous person come in here just to yell at me, and I literally, like, I wasn't, like, sexually harassing them by calling them mommy. I was calling them mommy because they were treating me like I was one of their fucking Senate kids, because they're literally, it was like, okay, mommy, I'll go in the corner.
Honestly, every time I heard, fucking Loom or whatever say, Mon, with her accent, I thought she was saying mom. Because, Daddy Lio. On that note, I just want to say really quick, I love how triggered they got when I take jabs at them.
Yeah.
Well,
they could not handle me.
Yeah, I don't know about you. It's so let's put another gambit. Do you think this server is like trying to actually be transphobic?
No.
I don't think so. No.
You know what?
No.
I will restate what I stated earlier. Like, this server will literally let you say, not do, say anything they want. But if they like lolicon, CP, any degenerate shit that has to do with like you actively participating in it, that's a different story. But if you're making quote unquote, I don't know why they kept saying incestual, like they're not biologically related.
Exactly,
So you're being weird.
like that's the
But,
whole
like
fucking thing.
incestual quote unquote fucking fan fiction between two adults. No one's gonna give a shit. No one's going to give a shit because it's just words on a screen.
Guys, hold on.
Video?
Sure thing. Telfin has something to say. He's been pretty quiet on this, so I'll let him have his say. What's up, dude?
All right. So there's been a lot of sniping over some petty and fairly trivial shit between the whole call where, there's not a whole lot of substance was really discussed, to be quite honest. But if this becomes a massive measurement of which server has the better morals, this is all that needs to be said.
I've said this. Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on. Yeah, all right. Senate has this Coyote Lovely as their golden boy for God knows how long. The people who run that place knew the sick shit that he was doing with that Sarkalo person for months, and they protected him. They went out of their way to harass anybody here or on YouTube who dared to bring up what that piece of shit was doing. Conversely, this FoxMafia, we find out about Finney, like his little zoophile boyfriend he invites in here. He's gone that call. So what does that tell you about who has the better fucking morals here?
I think the problem is people are making this about a game of optics and not actually doing something against the predators in the first place. Like, what does any of this drama achieve? How are you going after predators by focusing on petty drama revolving around content creators? That's what I was trying to get to them, but for some reason that just didn't process conveniently because it's basically Lio Man being put into question on that backdrop by that question. If you had a problem with me, sure, have a conversation, maybe not. But at the end of the day, most of that video, if not all of it, was really about guilt by association based on parameters that I may have not been able to control. You can get mad at me for some of that stuff, cool, fine. But at the end of the day, they fucked up on the Vita stuff too. They fucked up on
that also.
Stuff. They fucked up on Coyote Lovely. And as far as I'm concerned, there's never been any real accountability for it. It's just, we don't like Coyote because he fucked up on optics. Well, who cares about optics? It's not a fucking argument of morality. It's about looking good in that sense because that's what optics is it's a political tactic. It has nothing to do with morals.
Yeah, and also I like how Hopeless Peaches criticizes your streams for quote unquote not getting much done when all she herself does is make commentary videos.
We have gotten quite a bit done, actually.
Yeah, like we fucking took down
hey,
Dude
Vash.
602 and sorry.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay, let me look.
All right. So how I see it is like this. At the end of the day, you can get mad at the server for being a bit mean-spirited. That's fine. I mean, I thought the whole point was Senate does the same shit, so who cares, right? Especially since, it used to be a pretty edgy place knowing from Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't just completely remove itself from that history. Despite all the complaints. At the end of the day, this server is the way it is. If there's going to be changes being made, that's up to the actual audience of my community, not anyone else's to demand what I do. And see where that goes. You can't come in here from a different community that obviously I had my bridges burnt with after what Lio pulled the last couple of times, and go, well, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do all of this crap. Sorry, no. You have to understand, I am more beholden to my audience than anyone else. That's what I am as a content creator, correct, Vash?
I mean, yeah.
At that point, that's my own community's thing to deal with. Not me. I mean, sorry, not them. it's my thing to deal with, not this other shit. I don't understand. Sorry, I know I'm being a little spastic tonight, or yeah, actually no, it's afternoon. I just don't understand the logic. But I will point out something, Frisk. I did think it was really weird how when it became convenient, they did sort of jive at you a lot for your experiences as a victim, and then all of a sudden that doesn't carry weight because of what you said to Peach.
Exactly, and I do apologize, like, causing shit with the Senate. It's like, you know, they did this on their fucking, literally, I listened to the video and left links, so I don't know what more they want from me other than to just have a big old fucking cat fight.
I mean, where do we first get linked to my stream as an informative piece of information about the whole Peaches thing?
And I linked Lyos. I linked to Lyos too, so they have nothing to fucking say. Like, I also linked to about him screaming about Coyote, so I literally have no idea what they want from me. Other than to start shit and, you know, make me feel like crap. Because honestly, I was literally shaking with rage, like, when Momster came in here, because for real, like, I'm fucking pissed. I want this shit to end as much as they do. But they want to come in here and be like, morals, you're supposed to be a therapist for everyone that comes into your server, Kaz. It's like, no, we don't. That's not our job.
Your safe place, fuck off.
Yeah, that is something that kind of annoys me. It's like, does it not make sense that there is a server that isn't the Hugbox that you can kind of say what you need to say?
Yeah, like a lot of I have had a hand in running servers that are both safe spaces, and I've also had a hand in running servers which are basically the opposite. Like, there is a server that I run, Fox Azure, you're in it. We were talking about this last night. Yeah, that's not a safe space for anyone, obviously.
I was just trying to say that, you know, we're different by design, is what I'm saying. It's different by design, so what is the misinterpretation of that?
Yeah,
I
but
don't
this is
fucking
a safe.
get it. You know?
But this isn't really a safe space for anyone. Which, honestly, there are issues that arise when you try to, sometimes you need to get away from shit. Sometimes it's healthy to have your little circles that you can talk in and amongst your friends, and you know that nobody's gonna run after you and just get you mad. But there are times that you need to say what you need to say. So it is entirely valid, and it's kind of dumb when people make the argument that it's immoral to not be protective of some of these things when like a lot of people, they need to bring things up without having to worry about, oh well, you can't say that because you just violated rule 236. I've been part of servers like that, and I don't really use them anymore because I find them kind of boring.
Yeah.
And also, you can be part of multiple servers. There's nobody stopping you from doing that shit. It just kind of blows my mind that, you see one server that's slightly more lenient about what you can say and do, and that becomes a targeting point,
Yeah, which by the way, Fox Azure, I understand where you were coming from with last night. I thought you thought that I was talking about Eggman Land. Sorry, not Eggman Land. You thought I was talking about, what was it? Christian Eggman Paradise or something like that. That's a server that I created as a shitpost server. Shari's bad stream server was called Eggman Land at the time, so I could see where that was confusing.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I feel fine. I see. I didn't know that because I got banned from Sherry's server back in October.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, no,
You guys have a good one.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, see you later, Nerd.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking.
Oh, that was a shit show. Oh, there were a lot of straw man grabs that I would have with this, and personally, I don't fuck with that. And have at it as you will. Take this to heart with the Senate, or if not, cast a server. But yeah.